good, everything's alright. I don't really care what they say, cause I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, and I don't care what they say, cause I'm living rent free. La la la, can't nobody bring me down. La la la, standing tall and proud. La la la, living life how I wanna.
Reading. Let's go. Happy Saturday.
Achieving the impossible. Haters wanna hate, but we don't listen. We gonna keep doing what we do and keep winning. Life's too short to be living in fear.
Hey.
Gotta take chances and persevere.
Hey, don't let nobody hold you
back. Keep pushing forward. Stay on track. Don't make me have to play it back. I'm living rent free in your mind. I'm here to stay. Don't waste your time. You thinking you can evict me?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday.
I'm
feeling good.
Everything's alright.
I got my head
high and I'm shining
all bright like a light.
Walking down the street, people looking at me, and I don't really care what they say, cause I'm living rent free.
Hey, I said I'm living rent free. Shout out, everyone. Good morning.
And I don't care what they say, cause I'm living rent free.
All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I came to do. Today is Saturday, and there's a lot of lies and misinformation going on out there, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what we came to do. Time to play ball.
It's like I'm stuck in time.
So much news, right?
It's like a curse, and I can't escape it.
Yep, it is like a curse.
Deja vu.
Hey!
It's me, Zeus. It's deja vu when I'm riding up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming. I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I got
Good morning, hey kid.
I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at me.
Good debate, thank you.
In the garage with tanks full of gas. I play
Hey, nice to see ya.
in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you reach your
Let's go.
algorithm turned to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac.
Let's go.
All these numbers on my spreadsheet. Digital manufacturing is my plastic.
Let's go. Let's
Man,
go.
if they use my ex to me, they laugh me.
Woo!
They don't give me pause if they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of
that?
confidence and I'm conceited.
Hey,
Call me the master with a new whip.
I'ma take off in a spaceship. Here we go.
I haven't gone into Zeus's live and look at a
Yes.
shit was
Both blue,
whack.
exactly.
Very rare.
It was horrible.
Miss Morning
I'm like,
Star.
we've gone. Zeus has gone way. off
Let's
the-
go.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja
Time's
vu.
flying.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do.
I'm like the Terminator screaming. I'll be back. It's deja vu.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what time it is? Today is Saturday. All right. I hope all of you are doing well. You know, sometimes we don't do it, but then sometimes we do got to do it. We're going to do a little bit of an abbreviated show and then get into some closet of truth, right? My lives make you happy. Well, thank you. All right. So before we get started, for those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me, right? The second H is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me, especially out here on social media, all right? If I get it wrong, I really will be the first to apologize, all right? And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. I am the most handsome. Thank you. I love it when you fill it in for me, all right? That's what she said. Many of you know exactly what I do. I hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And believe you me, there's a lot of crime and dirty deeds going on with our friends on the right. And quiet as it is kept, they're trying to still sweep it under the rug despite the fact that there's so much evidence out here. All right, so what I'm going to say is this. It's going to be a little bit of an abbreviated show, and then I'm going to go straight into the closet of truth. My critics and my detractors and all those naysayers out there who seem to be confused about what's really going on in the real world, all right? But before we do, let me give you folks a bit of a heads up. If you are lactose intolerant, like my good friend Brother Swervin likes to say, you're lactose intolerant, that means you're allergic to the facts. Do me a huge favor. Leave this live and go on about your miserable day. All right. There's a live that I saw being hosted by a nasty guy. His name is Snuggles. You know who Snuggles is? You know who he is? Let me give you a good example of who Snuggles is.
Struggle bubbles, struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in the weight. Yeah, he's a struggler.
Yeah. He's over there crying about the Fulton County RICO case that his cult leader is dealing with, the RICO case, right? He's over there spreading lies and misinformation about our beautiful Fonnie Willis, all right? So if you like that stuff, you go on over there, all right? Because I guarantee you, you ain't gonna like what I got to say to you, all right? It's gonna get really uncomfortable over here, all right? But get this, you don't gotta take my word for it. Listen to your leader!
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Right.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. I always like it when we get that way to start the show off, right? If you're sitting at home complaining and crying about President Biden being the president, you calling him Genocide Joe, you're one of those folks, all right? You one of these so-called communists, you can go ahead and leave too. But you know that message is really for MAGA, all right? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the gloves are officially off. I'm not dealing with folks out here that are crazy and deranged about how things in this country work, all right? Now, the one thing I want to address this morning, bright and early, is this. So there's some back and forth about what's happening out there in Fulton County. And these Trump supporters, you know what they're doing on the app today? They're celebrating. They think they got Fonnie Willis. But they're doing this because they don't want to deal with the reality that Donald Trump is 1 inch, 1 day closer to going to prison, right? Donald Trump's closer to going to prison. All right, and so for those of you who have been following the Fulton County case where they're having a hearing, it's not really a court case, it's a hearing to discuss what's going on, right? And we know what this is. This is a hit job by Donald Trump. And I got some bad news for you Trump supporters, all right? For the past few days, there has been an opportunity, we've had an opportunity to witness what's going on. And if anyone knows how the former president operates, it would be this woman right here, Tristan Snell. Okay, and to say that he's slightly miffed about the Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis's misconduct trial taking place would be an understatement. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Tristan Snell, gentlemen. This is what he says. It's ridiculous, Snell said during a phone call after the first day of testimony ended. I think the whole thing is a textbook Trump dirty tricks smear. It's meant to intimidate and bully D.A. Willis and make her look bad in front of the residents of Fulton County, from which the jury will be drawn. They are trying to dirty up the jury pool. That's what this is about, ladies and gentlemen. Snell said that the attack on Willis reminds him of one of the big cases against John Gotti, when his team of lawyers went after the prosecutors. They went after a female federal prosecutor from the Southern District of New York, and they went completely berserk on her for all sorts of things in her personal life during the trial. And unfortunately, the judge just let it happen. When Snell says that Willis will survive this, quote, unnecessary distraction, there are other questions that need to be answered, including why the judge called for the trial. You see, this is a Fulton County HR issue at best, right? This is an HR issue, not something for the courtroom. It's not for the courtroom. They're making a mockery out of justice. It's an absolute travesty that this hearing is being held and that it's nationally televised. He's allowed the courtroom to be turned into a kangaroo court for the benefit of Donald Trump and his legal team. And that leads right here, ladies and gentlemen, to the next question that Snell brought up. Who is paying for Trump's legal team on this case? See, they don't want you to think about that, MAGA. But see, my eyes are locked in. Who's paying for Trump's legal team? While you're sitting over there obsessed with Fonnie Willis. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm at least raising the question, he says. This is a whole lot of extra work. Where is the money coming from? From one of Trump's PACs or some other fund that's associated with Donald Trump? And I don't think anyone's actually asked that question. Where are the investigative journalists looking into where the money is coming from? Where are those so-called journalists? They don't seem to have any answers about where this money is coming from. Like the Biden document special counsel and the media's obsession with the Biden's age instead of him being cleared, right? Snell sees the media following the sensationalism of the trial that shouldn't be happening in the first place. And I don't think this should be happening in the first place, but I know why they're doing this. It's because she's a black woman going after Donald Trump. And these Confederates, these Confederate 2.0, these MAGA soldiers, they can't stand the fact that they got these black women taking down their Lord and Savior, Donald Trump. Right? You got Letitia James, who just lowered the biggest boom on Donald Trump's fraudulent criminal behind. And it makes them sick to their stomach. The mainstream media fell for it. And we kept saying on the air, right? We shouldn't be talking about this. This is a diversion. It's a delay. It's a counterattack. It's a smear. What she did or didn't do in her private life is nobody's business. It has nothing to do with any of the merits of the case. He added that if there's a commenter's equivalent of malpractice, the misconduct by journalist Fitz, they are going on television right now, going in print right now and saying that there's all these problems, that thereby the prosecution is in jeopardy. It's all fallacious. It's all lies. There's no merit to that whatsoever. You can keep saying whatever you want to say. I was in a live, like I said, with this deranged lunatic on TikTok. He's a fake TikTok host. He does whatever it takes to get people in his live because he doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. And he said she spent her campaign funds. No, she didn't. If you listen to her testimony, right? She said all the money that she's made is from her blood, sweat, and tears. She's worked for every crying dime she's earned. But they don't want to let you believe that a black woman can work for money. They'd rather tell you something like, oh, she's stealing it and misappropriating it. Well, at the same time, saying that Donald Trump somehow is an honest businessman. These folks are sick, ladies and gentlemen. These Trump supporters, they are sick. They're misogynist. They're racist, right? And we're catching them in their lies every time, right? That's why he went on to say, Willis and her team have clearly gathered a mountain of evidence in the election fraud case that this trial shouldn't be taking the spotlight away from real-time crime. The case speaks for itself. We've already seen all of these witnesses flip. They flipped because they were presented with cold, hard evidence that showed that they were about to go to prison if they did not flip. We got the evidence. That's why Jenna Ellis, ladies and gentlemen, Ken Chesborough, and Sidney Powell flipped. Where's my flipper sound? Hold on. Okay. That's why they flipped. These are lawyers who know the difference between a real case and a phony case. They were shown evidence by the prosecutor's office and made the determination and cold, hard calculation that it was better for them to abandon Donald Trump than to go to prison. Snell said that once the dog and pony show of this Willis misconduct case is done, attention should shift to the real defendants. All right? The fact that the Atlantic case is now slated for August has to do with the size of the case and not because of this sideshow with Fonnie Willis. This case has dozens and dozens of counts and 19 defendants. It stands to reason that it will move more slowly, more because of the logistical and administrative issues than to have anything to do with Fonnie Willis. At its core, what Trump and his team of lawyers are doing, according to Snell, is trying with a very valid and meritorious criminal prosecution. All right? I think that Willis survives this and charges forward. This is what we're all saying. She's going to survive this. I would advise her to just keep quiet and to say as little as possible going forward so that she doesn't give Trump's team the opportunity to attack. That's what we did when we went after Trump for Trump University. I think she does have the toughness to see this thing through all the way till the end, right? So guess what we're going to do this morning? It's Saturday morning, all right? Guess what we're going to do, Kingdom, for those of us who are familiar with this. You know what we're going to do? Join me in giving Donald Trump and his crooked team of lawyers, where we don't know where the heck they're getting their money from, and all of these deranged Trump supporters on TikTok today who think that this case is going to go away, only to find out, like everything else that's been happening to him, it's not going away. As a matter of fact, Trump is going to continue to keep losing. Join me in giving these traitors what they deserve. A first round of booze and shame. Give it to them. Fonnie Willis isn't going anywhere. Remember when you all told me? Remember, listen, for those of you who don't know me, right? I've talked to all these Trump supporters on TikTok, even the smart ones, you know, the TikTok lawyers. And they all said Donald Trump would never be indicted. They would never indict a former president. There's no precedent. That's what they used to say. Oh, those cases in New York, the civil cases, the E. Jean Carroll. Oh, nothing will happen to him. You know what they're doing? They're crying on TikTok. He's gonna win on appeal. Keep on dreaming, you traitors. All right, I got some more bad news for you Trump supporters. All right, let's get this show started. All right, you know what we got to do. Here we go. Trump and his sons could be headed for IRS trouble after a massive fraud ruling. All right. And many of us, we know exactly what this is about. Letitia James came out yesterday and she spoke on it, but the judge yesterday made it crystal clear that it's over. We don't need to deliberate it anymore. Donald Trump is a fraud. He built his entire financial empire on fraud. It's in the history books, MAGA. You understand this? It's not debatable. All right? And it sucks that I was right. It makes you real sad and angry and furious. There's nothing you can say or do that's going to change the history books. He's a fraud. He's an adjudicated rapist. He's sexually assaulted women, over 26 of them. There's nothing you can change about this guy. He's disgusting. All right, so listen. According to sources, all right, this is on a reporter speaking with host Alivashi, legal analyst Catherine Christian acknowledged that the New York Attorney General Letitia James had indicated she would be passing on some of her findings that led to the former president's conviction to, get this, she's going to pass it on to the DOJ. Did you hear what I'm saying, you Trump supporters? Letitia James is going to pass the findings that she's got in New York on to Biden's DOJ. And the temperature is about to go up. She added that Trump and his sons Don Jr. and Eric may be hearing from where? From the IRS. Thank God. What is the potential culpability beyond this trial? This is what they're saying. Is there something beyond this for Donald Trump? The host asked. Well, if now the federal government, the Southern District of New York, sort of passed this publicity, but that does not mean they can't, as long as it's within the statute of limitations. Take another look, she replied. And clearly, the federal government, the IRS, they sort of never stop looking at you. And so, yes, the AG's office referred it to other authorities, and it could be possible that each of the defendants, not just Donald Trump and his son, all right, also his CFO, Alan Weisselberg, could be in legal jeopardy, even criminal jeopardy. You see what we're saying, ladies and gentlemen? When you build your entire empire on fraud, there's consequences for that, right? So guess what we are going to do, since these Trump supporters and their leader have no shame and they think they got something with Fonnie Willis. They don't got nothing, but you know what we got? We got it in the history books that they're criminals, right? Join me in giving these traitors what they deserve once again. Another round of booze and shame. All right, here we go.
Silence, you MAGA demons!
Silence, you MAGA demons. Silence. Like I said, I have no reason to lie to you on this app. I've been telling you the truth, even when it made it look like, even when you tried to make it hard for me to do it, even when you tried to persuade me into doing it, not doing it, I've always been honest with you. Mark my word. Donald Trump will be not only, he's already been indicted, but he will be convicted and sentenced faster than your head can spin. Trust me when I tell you that. Donald Trump's last free Christmas was last year. He'll never have a free Christmas ever again. You'll never be able to, you better enjoy him on Truth Social like you're enjoying him now, because he won't be doing that for much longer, right, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get back to business. Letitia James handcuffed Donald Trump's ability to bail himself out after his fraud fine. Let's continue it. So now that Donald Trump has been saddled by Judge Arthur Engoron with a massive financial fraud penalty that could cost him up to $450 million. Listen to what these reporters are saying, all right? About 2 months after Letitia James first filed her complaint, she asked for relief, saying that she had enough evidence to show, even at that early stage, that Donald Trump should be prevented from doing a number of things with his assets. All right? Those things include, after the appointment of an independent monitor, he cannot wholesale transfer or sell off any of his significant assets without notice to the independent monitor, nor can he restructure or refinance businesses either. All right. After noting the former president was able to service the judgment against him in the Trump University case, Rubin stated that is not available to him this time due to the injunction Letitia James requested much earlier in the case. Quote, he can't do that here. And the reason is because this order, in addition to the preliminary injunction saying you can't refinance, you can restructure without advance notice, this sort of thing goes even further. It says you cannot borrow money from a New York registered or chartered bank, period, for what I believe is at least a 3-year period of time. That means in order to satisfy these judgments, listen up, Donald Trump has to, I think, rely on his own assets. Oh my God. And yet he has an independent monitor who's going to be on top of him every step of the way, as well as a new independent director of compliance who's going to be scouring the books and making sure that what happens at the Trump organization is on the up and up, to use the legal term. This is justice, right? Isn't this justice, ladies and gentlemen? Right? Guess what we're going to do? In the name of justice, join me in giving Donald Trump and his Trump organization and his sons, who are all just as fraudulent as him, what they truly deserve. Join me in giving them another round of booze and shame.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
I told you all at the top of the show that I'm not going to get in here and play around with you traitors, all right? So listen up. I see you complaining in my comment section, listen up. If you're complaining in my comment section and you don't like this live, I told you at the top of the show, go on and hang out with those liars on TikTok who are going to make it up and try to make you feel like it's going to be okay. I'm not here to make you feel like it's okay. I'm here to help you get out of that deranged criminal cult that you're in, all right? And as I said at the top of the show,
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
did you hear what he said? He was talking to you. If you're not happy with the way President Biden is running this country, leave. All right? And you don't like my live, leave. Go to Russia. All right? Now let's talk about some more bad news for you traitors. Look at this. Donald Trump supporters are conflicted over his $355 million his $355 million GoFundMe. I knew this was going to come, but let's talk about it. A Trump supporter has set up a $355 million GoFundMe page after a judge ordered Trump and his associates to pay up a lengthy fraud case. All right. Back in September, we all know what happened. Judge Arthur Engoron issued a partial judgment after finding that Trump was liable for fraud, accusing the former president of inflating the value of his properties and assets. Now that Trump has been ordered to cough up the funds, with Judge Engoron also banning him from serving as a company director or taking out loans from banks in the state for the next 3 years, quote, a crooked New York judge just ruled that I have to pay $355 million for having built a perfect company, Trump said from Mar-a-Lago yesterday. It's a very sad day for America, in my opinion. Now, one Trump supporter, this is the part, this is, all right. So we all know everything Donald Trump touches goes to crap. Everything his supporters do for him goes in the same direction, all right? And yet and still, they're going to do something this ridiculous. Now one Trump supporter has responded by setting up a GoFundMe in an attempt to foot the bill. Titles is, I stand with Trump. Fund the $355 million unjust judgment. The campaign was set up by Elena Cardone, the wife of a private equity manager, Grant Cardone. Thank you, Johanna, for the subscription. Quote, give something and demonstrate that the people of America are standing together against unjust rulings like this, where a biased judge and corrupt legal system is out of control, she wrote. The highest donation comes in at $2,500. This is at the time of the writing, with many more in the hundreds, and it has currently raised over 44,000 smackaroos. You got a long way to go, MAGA. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what do we do? What do we do about this, right? I mean, I want them to meet their funding goal. I really do. All right. Because nothing would make me feel better than to know that these Trump supporters won't be able to take care of their families anymore because they're sending their money to Donald Trump. Nothing would make me feel better than to see this particular individual who put this up, right? This whoever's behind this. 9 times out of 10, we know that they too are a part of some fraud, right? Because everything Donald Trump is not legal, right? We know Donald Trump is the definition of crime. We know Donald Trump is the definition of fraud. And yet and still they continue. And you know what's so beautiful about it, right? Everything tied to this fundraising scam is all documented on the internet, right? So we're going to know the person behind it, and we're going to know all the people who are sending him their money. And I guarantee you, Vladimir Putin was going to be on this list at some point through maybe one of his oligarchs, right? So, and it just proves to you that Donald Trump really isn't as wealthy as he likes to say he is, because if he was, why would he be on GoFundMe begging his supporters for more money? And this is on top of the emails. This is on top of the emails that he's been sending them, right? So guess what we're going to do this morning, ladies and gentlemen? You know what we came to do. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his crooked supporters what they deserve once again, right? And then people ask me, well, why do you do the booze and the shame, Zeus? And I have to explain it to them. Because they have no shame. These Trump supporters have no shame. So we got to give it to them, right? All right. And so with that, let's do it. Join me in giving these fraudsters, these scammers, what they deserve. These MAGA demons, what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. Y'all notice something, right? You notice I'm not talking about Fonnie Willis? Because that ain't the real issue. But you see what I'm doing, right? I'm bringing more and more information about this guy. And that's how it's supposed to be. Let's not lose sight of what this is about, all right? This is about somebody that's trying to be president of the United States again, but making sure you understand just how corrupt and crooked he is, all right? Here we go. Busted. Oh, they don't like me. Trump campaign gets yet another warning for accepting illegal donations. See, there's a message. There's a reason why I get out here and I say this stuff. Because I want to scare all you Trump supporters. I do. I sleep real good. DJ, my good friend DJ, right? He hosts Great Live. You should come hang out with us. That's where you could come in and talk and get the truth, right? We sleep real good at night. I really do. We sleep good, right, DJ? And Miss Boss Diva, we sleep real good at night. No, we didn't delivered some truth to these Trump supporters and went on about our day. They over there crying. We over there thriving. We thriving with Biden. All right, let's listen up. All right. Former President Donald Trump's 2024 campaign has been flagged yet again by the Federal Elections Commission for what? For accepting donations with illegal amounts, according to sources. Under the law, a campaign for federal office cannot accept more than $3,300 per person, $2,000 per authorized committee, or $5,000 per multi-candidate committee in a single election. But Trump appears to have accepted well in excess of that from a number of sources. Wow. The letter, which detailed over 200 pages of apparent excessive, prohibited, and impermissible contributions, warned that the campaign could face an audit or enforcement action, which would typically include fines if the campaign does not respond and take appropriate action within the deadline. Wow. This is not the first time that this has happened. Last year, the FEC issued a similar warning to the Trump campaign detailing 88 pages of impermissible contributions. And in 2022, the Trump campaign also came under scrutiny for how campaign contributions were moved around and used improperly, shuffling hundreds of millions of dollars through intermediaries in ways that obscured the original contributors. Wow. All of this is separate from controversies surrounding how Trump raised money in the first place. In 2021, the Trump campaign was forced to refund a whopping $13 million that was debited from supporters without their knowledge. By pre-checking a box to make the donations recur monthly and obscuring it so many supporters didn't realize what they were agreeing to. You see this, ladies and gentlemen? Anything Donald Trump does, anything he touches, guess what? Most likely 9 times out of 10 is fraud. This guy, and they say, wouldn't it be great if we had him running the country like he runs his business? Yeah. If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you, right? So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, we've busted Donald Trump breaking the law. All right? White collar crimes, it doesn't care, or just flat out criminal crime. He doesn't care. He's going to do it because he thinks he's above the law. So guess what we're going to do to this so-called above the law actor? Join me in giving Donald Trump what he deserves. Another round of booze and shame. This is who they think is going to win in 2020. But it ain't going to work that way. Trust me, it's not going to work. All right, now the last and final part of the show. Like I said, this is an abbreviated show, but I want to make sure I do this in reverence to Donald Trump and his Confederate soldiers, aka MAGA, who attacked our Capitol on January 6th. We got another traitor, ladies and gentlemen. We got another traitor in the midst. All right, and you know this is the part of the show where I take very, very serious, all right? But I make it a point to cover this because I want to make sure you traders out there understand why I will always refer to you as traders, all right? And anybody that supports Donald Trump is a traitor, all right? So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, what happened on January 6th, as far as I'm concerned, is more proof that Donald Trump and his supporters are actively engaged in a civil war, right? You know, his Donald Trump is the general, you know, like Jefferson Davis was for his soldiers. His compound is out there in Mar-a-Lago. And what he's been doing is he's been waging war on the American people through his supporters, right? And so let's talk about that, right? On January 6th, Donald Trump summoned his soldiers from all over this country, right? He summoned them from all over this country to converge on the Capitol, Washington, D.C., right? This is what he did. Right. He summoned his soldiers to meet him at the Capitol on January 6th, right? Where he then held a rally, right? And he encouraged them, right? He encouraged them to attack the Capitol.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down. Anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women, and we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them.
Right.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Right. See, the reason I really want to help you all understand This was a calculated attack on the Capitol, right? Donald Trump is the new the Confederate general. He's the Jefferson Davis of this century, all right? And what he did through the Patriot Front, the Boogaloo Boys, the Proud Boys, he got all of his soldiers to descend on the Capitol on January 6th. Some of them even jumped in the back of U-Hauls, right? Grown men in khakis and uniform putting on masks, right? During the pandemic, they were anti-mask, anti-vax, but for Donald Trump, they'll put a mask on. They showed up, all right? And when they showed up there, from what I recall, right, they said they saw Ray Epps. And when they saw Ray Epps, they said, feds, 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 right? They said feds, feds. So they knew the cops were there. According to these so-called geniuses, they knew the cops were there, and they decided to break the law anyway, right? So that just shows you how intelligent they are. Either they knew that the cops were there and they broke the law, or they're really just ignorant. They really ain't thinking, and it makes sense they ain't thinking because guess what? They're possessed with a MAGA demon. And so I want you to, superimpose yourself now that you understand you're on the battlefield. Right, this is the Confederate 2.0 battlefield that's happening on January 6th. Let's find out what happened to one of these traitors. All right.
Arrest tonight accused of taking part in the breach at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. Through
a series of photographs, the FBI was able to find out who he is and what he's accused of doing. Since January 6, 2021, the U.S. Justice Department has used social media posts and images from television news coverage to zero in on hundreds of faces in the crowd that stormed the Capitol. Today, the Justice Department identified one of the rioters as 30-year-old Charles Himber of Slidell. The FBI says Himber was wearing body armor when he attended Donald Trump's Stop the Steal rally earlier that day. Then the FBI says Himber trespassed on the Capitol grounds, taking cell phone video as he went. At the doors to the rotunda, the FBI says Himber joined a crowd, shoving their way past the police. Himber shouted, "Let us in." But once inside, Himber and others in his group were surrounded by Capitol Police and escorted out of the building. Himber is accused of knowingly engaging in conduct intended to disrupt government business, specifically the congressional certification of President Biden's election. And since January 6, 2021, the Justice Department has charged more than 1,300 people with crimes related to that attack on the U.S. Capitol. Charles Himber is one of several people from Louisiana who've been charged so far.
Charles Himber from Louisiana. One of Donald Trump's soldiers. You heard me. Charles Himber, look at him. Smoking on the Capitol. He wants to smoke, huh? He wants to put something in his mouth, huh? Well, Charles, you'll be able to do that and more in prison. All right? What a traitor. What a traitor, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what we're going to do to this traitor? Join me in giving him what he deserves. A round of booze and shame, right? Let's give him some booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, silence, you MAGA demons. All right, and since he's been arrested, let's send him off the old-fashioned way.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
Did you hear that? Your leader, your cult leader, Donald Trump, made it crystal clear. You do not represent our country. You broke the law, and you will pay. He didn't say someone else is going to pay. He didn't say he would even pay and help you pay. He said you will pay, right? And get this. This is what gets me. You got a bunch of grown adults out here that wake up every day and listen to a man that paints himself orange, puts a bird's nest on his head, puts on a diaper and soils himself, right? Gets onto his social media platform and gives them their daily dose of marching orders. Send me your money. Get here on January 6th. Come help me stop the steal. I'm going to help you go. This is what he told them. We're going to go to the Capitol and I'll be right there with you. And like some plumb dumb fools, they went into a trap that he set up. He's at the White House drinking Coca-Colas, watching TV, while they are throwing their lives away for this guy. And then they get on here and they go, well, how did they know I did it? You knuckleheads. You left the evidence all over your Facebooks, all over Twitter, Telegram, whatever platform you're using. You got bank trails. You guys aren't that intelligent. And he played you like a fiddle. You don't deserve to be in this country. You really don't. If it was up to me, you know what I would do? I would send your behinds to another planet in this solar system. Mars isn't far enough. At this point, Neptune or Pluto for you MAGA demons. How dare you sit in this country in the lap of luxury and betray the oath of the Constitution? You remember in grade school, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. And we all had to put our hands across our chest for those of us who did that. And these same traitors, they said, I don't pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to Donald Trump. You all are sick, disgusting, evil individuals. Right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first part of this show. Now it's time to go straight into the closet of truth with these MAGA demons, all right? Let me open up these boxes. And I don't got all day to play around with you traders, all right? All right, I really don't, all right? But this is now time. It's now time for Zeus to really help MAGA understand what type of time I'm on. I'm not here to debate things with you anymore. I'm here to remind you of what's going on, all right, you traders? And you know exactly what's going on, all right? These Trump supporters, they know exactly what's going on. MAGA is, where's my thing at, right? Where's it at? Where's it at? Hold on one second. Hold on. Here it goes. Is MAGA winning or losing? And I want to make sure you Trump supporters understand something. You're not winning. You are losing. And you're losing real bad. All right? What more evidence do you need to understand that you're not winning? I'll give you a good example. You lost the E. Jean Carroll case, right? You lost Trump University. You're not winning in the midterms. You're not going to win in 2024. This situation that's going on right now with Letitia James, the civil fraud trial, you didn't win that. You lost it. Donald Trump is now in the history books as an adjudicated rapist and a fraud. That's not going to change. He's in the history books as a two-time impeached one-term president. And when we're talking about the Russia thing, it was no hoax. A lot of folks around him in his orbit went to prison. Thank you, Tyler, all right, for the subscription. You're losing, MAGA. And this Fonnie Willis thing, trust me, it's not going to go in your favor. You will be crying on TikTok by the time this year is up. I guarantee it. And if you don't want me to see it, do me a huge favor. Delete the app and get off ASAP. Because otherwise, I'm going to continue to be on you like white on rice. All right? The gloves are off. All right, let's bring up our first panelist. Oh, yeah. All right. Who do we got? Oh, my goodness. How are you doing?
Good morning, my handsome, honorable, honest
Yes.
young man. How are
Thank
you?
you. Thank you, Cece. How are you?
Good. I'm not going to be here long. I just what were you called last night? And your followers are what? Was it click clank?
Trash Bait said, I'm David. You know, I'm
Yeah.
not even going to get into that.
No,
And you
no.
guys are part of the branch, whatever. I'm not getting into
Okay.
that.
Okay,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I
He's
heard-
making it up.
I heard that earlier before you heard it.
Yeah.
I was told the same thing. Yeah. So
Don't listen to these folks.
there.
You know what I say? Every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession, right?
Oh, absolutely. I laughed.
I-
I laughed so hard last night.
Yeah.
You had me cracked up with Bex. I mean, I don't get.
I did.
I don't get that chick. I really don't.
Bex, my friend Bex, who was branding herself as a communist, even though she's participating in a capitalist society. Correct. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. You
Yeah, we got to have those conversations too. I'm down for it.
Yeah, you laid it all out for her, and she was like a little stumbled at first. You know. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe she's thinking about some things, but
That's fine. Listen, we can have different opinions about things, all right? I mean, it is
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to shy away from what I believe now. I mean, we know one thing's for sure. I am not voting for that Donald Trump individual under no circumstances, right?
absolutely right.
Now, is MAGA winning, CC? Before you go, is in your opinion, are they winning?
No, they're winning at losing. And I'm gonna tell you something. Trump's not looking really well these days. He's really not.
He's looking real sick.
And I was so impressed with Letitia yesterday.
Did she give it to him or what?
Oh my! Did you see it?
Yeah.
I thought Fanny was good.
Yeah.
Oh Lordy, these women are going after him, but good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed every $1 million they slapped on him.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
All right, honey,
But,
you
yeah.
have a good day.
All right.
It
You
was
too,
good to
CC.
see you on this morning. I've been looking for you to see if you were
All
coming
right.
on.
I know I wasn't going to come on, but you know our friend Snuggles, he was over there spreading lies and misinformation, and I said, you know what? It's time to go after him, right? It's time to shut him down and ruin
This
his morning.
he went
Yeah.
after you again.
Oh no, he's over there spreading. Hello, Doc. He's over there spreading lies and misinformation,
Oh.
and they're trying to make it all about Fonnie Willis.
Oh.
And what I'm going to do is help them understand. Fonnie Willis is not on trial. Donald Trump is.
And they keep talking about embezzlement. What embezzlement? What are they? You know, he got me in the box the other day. You were there, and
Right.
he dropped everybody, and I went back up in there and talked to him one-on-one.
Right.
And he kept giving me these questions, you know, what would I do and this and that, and you know, I don't know what is wrong with him. Something's not right with him. You
He's
know?
losing. Listen, Cece, you got to understand, right? Watch Snuggles. He is the face of MAGA on TikTok, right?
Yes.
And every day that we get closer to Donald Trump going to prison, he's already going broke. Snuggles' face is going to express how Trump feels, right? Yesterday we had Snuggles crying on TikTok, didn't we? This is a Trump supporter, lady. He was crying on TikTok because we were laughing at him. I said, Snuggles, get in the. I said, and this is to any Trump supporter. If you're a Trump supporter now, please turn your camera on when you get in the box and talk to Zeus. I want to
Right.
see you cry.
Oh yeah, and that bear of yours, she's back from vacation.
Wow.
And
Wow.
and she come at me, and I told her to stop stalking you and me. She's stalking me now.
Oh.
And Paz, whoever he is,
Uh-oh.
he muted and blocked me.
Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
because I was harassing her.
Okay, straight white male. All right, listen. Well, listen, Cece. I'm going to bring up this guy, straight white male. He said
All
he'll
right, you
talk to
go
me
for
with
it,
his
honey.
camera. He said he's
Okay.
going to talk to me with his camera on.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I've been
Okay,
waiting for
buddy.
this. All right, all right. Thank you, Cece. I appreciate
honey,
that. All
love
right.
you.
Love you as well. All right, straight white male. Send a guest request. I don't bite. I'm one of the nicest people on TikTok, but I don't play around. All right. Straight white male. You didn't send Zeus a guest request. Where are you at, straight white male? I mean, the fact that you got to say that says a lot already. Don't you think? Why do you got to say stuff like that? All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Where is he at? Straight white male. Do you know how TikTok works? Where's he at, ladies and gentlemen? Where did he go? Where did he go? I got to go find him and actually send him an invite because he probably doesn't know how this app works, all right? He's been in the comments section so long. I'm looking for him. I'm looking for this guy. Where is he at? Where's this straight white male? Okay, here we go. 500 followers. Let's go. Straight white male. Straight white male. I sent you a guest request. Go ahead. Be a man. Be a straight white male and get in my box, all right? And let's have this tough conversation. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. All talk. All talk. There he is. All talk. So guess what? I guess that. Oh, there he is. All talk. Straight white male. Yeah. So what exactly is your
More of an
issue? Turn your camera on, please. Can you turn it on?
public would like me out of the country.
I can't hear you. Are you on that MAGA Wi-Fi? Jesus Christ. Can you get on some real
No,
Wi-Fi?
I'm inside my shop.
Oh, okay. You're in your truck.
Yeah,
Okay.
I dig on your mama's side.
Okay. Keep the insults to yourself. Now, how come you're not turning your camera on?
Because I got
turn your
500
camera
followers.
on.
If you knew what TikTok was,
Oh,
you would know you need
okay.
1,000
Exactly.
followers, bro.
Okay. I
Oh,
figured that. I
exactly,
figured
bro.
that.
But
I
don't,
figured
but
that.
don't.
But
Where are you from?
I figured that. Right?
I'd love to meet up in person so you could
I'm-
shove me out of this country. No, you said you wanted me out of this country.
Yeah, I do.
How about you take your hands and come push me out, bro?
Do you have a problem with what
I lay
my-
right here
my
in
position?
Oklahoma, bud. You can come and try to knock me out of this country, bro.
Why don't
say,
you just go?
No. It's you're saying your words. You said you want all MAGA out of this country.
Yeah. I want you.
Come and chase me out, little boy.
I want you.
Come and chase me out, little boy.
I want you out of this country. You don't deserve to be
come
here,
and get
you
me out of
traitor.
here, bro.
You don't deserve to be here, you traitor. And that's all you had to say? Is that all you had to bring up? I mean, you could have said that in the comment section. I thought you had something intelligent to say. Well, there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. Oh my God, here we go. That didn't last too long, right?
Silence! You MAGA demon!
I definitely don't want you in this country. You're lucky I'm right here in the Bay Area, but if I was where you are, you wouldn't even ask me to take you. You would say, I'm going to do it because I'd make it that much uncomfortable for you. See, I know what the problem is. You have a problem with the truth that I'm telling you, straight so-called white male, whatever you claim yourself. All right. Thank you, Miss Terry, for that. You see this, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say deport MAGA. It would really make me feel good if he would use the rest of his money, whatever little bit he has left, and just go ahead and drive himself across the border, right? Go for it. I could care less. It's your right. But do me a favor, straight white male. Listen, because I don't gotta really run. Get some more followers, all right? And then come back to the show and turn on that camera, because it would make me feel a lot better if I could look you Trump supporters in your eyes with that MAGA demon, and I want you to be 10 toes down, right? 10 toes down, and show us all what loving Donald Trump looks like, all right? All this talking is nothing anymore. We've been doing this for years. The facts are on Zeus's side. The facts are on my side, you straight white male. Donald Trump still is an adjudicated rapist, right? he still got to pay E. Jean Carroll that money. He still got to pay New York all of that money. And guess what? March 25th, he still got to sit his special behind down in that courtroom and pay for his crime. Straight white male. Send Donald Trump all the money you can. There's a GoFundMe out right now. He needs it now more than ever. All right. And then, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to move on. Let me bring up another individual. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Good morning, Brother Swerve. How are you doing, my friend?
Good morning, my brother. Happy to see you on a Saturday.
All right, same to you.
Zeus, I got a little something for you here.
What's that?
It's about 7 inches of powdered snow. And
oh, really?
I wanted to ship it off to you before Trump Jr. comes out here and think it's all the good stuff. Before he thinks it's all that booger sugar.
Oh,
and the next thing you know, I got some man and some coked up Muppet running through my yard sniffing snow.
Wow. Well, oh, wow. You know you get in trouble for mailing that stuff.
Yeah, I know. I guess I just wait for the snow to melt. It's all good.
Yeah.
I just thought I could pawn it off on somebody. But
you never know. There's somebody out here, I'm pretty sure, that would love that.
Oh, I guarantee you, Donald Trump Jr. is probably looking out his windows in New York.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the street value of this city right now? Oh, I got to get out there. I got to get out there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I ain't got no job.
Yeah.
It just got took away from me.
Yeah.
And I got $4 million I got to give them. That leaves me $50 left in the bank. So I'm going to just get out here because the street value of New York right now is astronomical. Oh, who got a straw?
Wow.
Who got one of them crazy straws where you see your drink going all kinds of curls and curves as it gets to your mouth? I want one of them straws. That's what I got to have. But Zeus, listen, that all aside, brother, I wanted to come to you and talk to you. You seem like a smart businessman. You always on the up and up.
I try.
I hooked up with these cats about 6 months ago, right? And so right now, I'm trying to get some ends together so we can get this business off the ground. It's gonna be called KitKat.
Oh,
which is basically TikTok in reverse.
Oh, okay.
And what we're gonna do with it? It's gonna be a complete and total 102% rip off of TikTok, right? But we're gonna change the name on it.
Right.
Now, in order to get this business off the ground, we're estimating we got to come up with around $435 million.
Oh my God.
We're estimating the value of the company as we get all our insurance and licenses together. Once we get all of that together, now the value of the company is going to be 960 trillion.
Oh,
that's within 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So everybody who invests, and I called my buddy Trump to see.
Hey, Swerve, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm out. I'm out of it. I'm out. I'm going to tell you right there, Swerve, I'm out. I mean, the numbers just don't seem realistic. And then the person that you said is your buddy, definitely, I'm completely out.
Well, you know, me and Trump go all the way back to the 70s. We go all the way back like cars.
Yeah. I get
but
that.
The problem, Zeus, he ain't got no money.
Oh, I'm not shocked to hear that.
E. Jean Carroll, 88 million. The state of New York, 353 million.
Has anyone ever told you that this guy is bad for business? Has anyone ever told you Trump is bad for business, or am I the first one to tell you that?
You'd have to be a blind fool to see that this man is to not see that this man is bad for business.
Yep.
Zeus, I wouldn't put him in charge of my doghouse. You hear what I'm saying? I wouldn't put him in charge of my dog. I wouldn't put him in charge of an outhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
it looks like they might be getting ready to repossess a couple of his.
Yeah, 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 but they brand him as some sort of
I
businessman.
don't get it.
And they say, wouldn't it be good if he ran this country like a business, one of his businesses?
Yeah. And what you looking at, you're looking at roughly a 55 year business career that he's touted as being a successful businessman. And it all came apart like a house of cards when Letitia got a hold of his behind. And she said, you know what? I'm gonna pull one card out of this deck. You can have the other 52.
Yeah,
And he said, how you gonna give me them 52? And she folded them cards. You know how you play 52 pickup?
yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
folded them cards, hit him right in the face, knocked off a bunch of caked on makeup, and then smacked him in the forehead with the Joker. That was the one she
Exactly.
pulled out. Because he ain't nothing but a
Exactly.
joker, a charlatan, a
Yeah.
con man, a snake oil salesman. And to see that
Yeah.
verdict come down yesterday, if that does not
Wait,
tell people,
you realize this won't stand. MF and Snow, what do you mean it won't stand?
That's-
You think we're up here lying?
that's what they always say. The case with E. Jean, the $5 million for S.A.N.R., that won't stand. Then
These are the liars.
the defamation case, another 83 million or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That won't stand. More fraud into the state of New York. Hardcore
well, you know what?
evidence. That won't stand.
Let's. Oh wait, I was gonna bring MF and Snow up here and have him explain it to you and I, Swerve. How come it won't stand? I would love to hear. Would you like to hear how this wouldn't stand, brother Swerve?
You know what? I'm working on keeping my blood pressure down, Zeus. I appreciate you giving me the offer to stay, but it just sounds to me like you about to be.
Yeah, I want them to come up here and explain to me how you and I we got everything wrong, right? They say the facts aren't on our side, Swerve. It's on their side.
Okay, so Zeus, you and I made a lot of predictions years ago when we met.
Yes,
We've known each other for about what 2 years now.
absolutely.
We predicted back then that his accountability time is coming sooner or later. It's coming. And that was shortly after Jack Smith got started after him. Okay.
No lies detected.
And we knew Jack Smith was coming for him. But then all
Yep.
this other stuff started popping up. Then Fonnie Willis popped up. RICO charges. You know what they said? They said, oh, Trump will never be arrested. Guess what? He got arrested. We told him he was going to be arrested.
Yep.
We've been telling him for years, yes, he's going to be arrested. And accountability is not something that you can buy off. It just isn't. So yeah, he got arrested. And then they're so dumb, he took his mugshot and put at the bottom of the picture, never surrender, which is an actual picture of him surrendering. And then sold it for $35 and they still bought it. While at the same time complaining about gas prices. Do you think it's a gas price problem, or do you think it's your priorities are completely out of whack with one another problems?
That part.
That's the problem. You know, so
Yeah.
don't sit here and complain to me about gas prices and while you decked out in your Donald Trump 2024 gear.
Remember, it was all about the economy a few months ago. It's not that anymore for some reason. It's now about immigration.
Well, they can't run on the economy. They've realized that if somebody gets out there, when it comes to the economy, everything that a president is typically measured by, when
Yeah.
it comes to economics, Joe Biden has blown it out of the water, with the exception of interest rates.
Right?
And because we took the interest rates up so fast, it was the only way we could lower inflation in this country so fast. Other G7 nations are still sitting out there at 10, 25% inflation rates.
Exactly.
Hell, Florida is still sitting at a 10% statewide inflation rate. But overall, as a country, we're at 3.1%.
Wow.
The market.
God bless Joe Biden. Right?
Yeah, look at the market. Look at the market. The market is doing great.
Yeah.
Remember
These
that?
folks
That's how Donald Trump measured the success of the economy. How well was the stock market doing? But when we take a look at our economy and the jobs that have been created, people
Bingo.
that are working, they sit there and go, oh, well, most of those are part-time jobs. It don't matter what kind of job it is, it's still a job. That's taxes going into the zeitgeist of America. That's what that is.
Yeah.
And then look at the industry that we've taken from China. And Science Act. but they don't believe it. They don't believe it. You know, this Chips and Science Act, it allows us, we're going to be building microchip and superconductor factories in this country. So we don't have
Right
to
here,
wait
and that's
for
jobs for
anything.
Americans.
So not only do we have jobs, but we've taken that piece of industry away from China. Now China is going to have to compete on the global market, just like everybody
Bingo.
else does. But they don't see that.
He's not lying.
They just sit there and say, oh, well, China Joe. But wasn't it Donald Trump that made $7 million from China while he was president? China.
Scott, how are the Democrats shady, Scott? Stop it. These folks are, I mean, you see these folks out here, they're lying for no reason. They're in their feelings.
They are completely, Zeus, they are completely in their feelings. They're mad, and they don't even know why they're mad. They don't even know why they're mad.
Wow.
Somebody looked at them and went, immigration is bad. The economy is bad.
Wow.
Unemployment is bad. That's what you need to get on TikTok and be mad about. And they said, they just sat there like the sheep in the cult they are.
Cassius, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to be mad about that. Yeah, we don't want immigration.
Yeah. You hear that, conservative Democrat? You're mad at nothing. You're just out here mad. You too, Jay Bear. I see you.
And Zeus,
you're a bunch of liars.
Zeus, here's something else.
Stop lying.
Here's something else we predicted.
Let's go.
We predicted how quick they were going to all of a sudden become the snowflake victims that they pretend to be.
Yeah.
They worship and follow a man who calls people out of their name at the drop of a hat. But when you call them bonehead,
Diane. Yeah.
oh, look, now you're calling me names.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, so now you got a problem with people being called names.
And they disrespect our soldiers when we go into their lives, right?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Trump supporters disrespect you, Swerve. And I said, these are supposedly Christians.
Some of them are not only supposedly Christians, some of them are also veterans. What I would consider to be my fellow brothers and sisters.
Wow.
But no, Donald Trump is the man. And you go ahead, you keep being a veteran. Because you done already forgot your oath. Just like Ashley Babbitt.
Yep.
And look what happened to her. Look at all the veterans who were actually there on January 6th who've been arrested and convicted. Yep. They've all forgotten their oath.
They attacked law enforcement. Yeah. They said back the blue. That was their whole thing. Back the blue. And then, because this is in the wake of George Floyd, right? Back the blue. Back the blue. And then we turn on the TV on January 6th and we see them pepper spraying, bear spraying with body armor, weapons, gallows, the police officers. They're attacking law enforcement. So what was the whole back the blue about?
Beating police officers with a blue flag that actually said back the blue on it. Wow. On the flag. Wow. And there y'all are beating the very people you claim that you're going to back up. But then when they come for you, I'm a hostage. I'm a victim. So what? I went into Nancy Pelosi's office in someplace I wasn't supposed to be after breaking in several doors and kicking my feet up on her desk and stealing her laptop. I'm still a victim. Yeah. Donald Trump, I don't even see the American flag anymore.
Exactly.
Please help us. Y'all are pathetic. Bunch of pathetic fools. And I will never have any love for anybody who is supporting MAGA.
I won't either. They're traitors.
Ain't gonna be no kumbaya moment. You ain't coming to the cookout.
Nope.
You damn sure ain't hanging out with me. And I'm pretty sure your ass ain't hanging out with Zeus.
Absolutely
not. I don't want to be seen in public with you. You know why? Guilty by association.
Yep, 9 times out of 10, you're in some nasty crimes, right? Everything that they get out here and they accuse us of, in my mind, I instantly assume they're telling on themselves.
Oh, have you heard about Matt Gaetz?
Oh, I know they opened up the investigation into him. Has there been any?
There was some guy named Joel Greenberg.
Yeah, I remember him.
And Joel Greenberg was like the middleman between Matt Gaetz and some of these ladies, and he would put them together. Hey, here Matt called this one, or Matt text this one, and well, apparently he saved a few of those text messages. Oh. And in one of these text messages, Matt Gaetz is telling this woman, if you fly down to Florida, We can have a good time. There's going to be a few other guys at the party who want to hook up or something to that effect. He basically put sexual innuendos in that text.
Wow.
And now somebody in Congress has that text. Wow. Now, she was of age. I will say that.
Oh,
she was of age. Let's be clear. I believe she was over the age of 21. However, he paid to fly her across state lines for the purpose of trafficking her.
Wow. Where are the so-called Christians at on this app?
Yeah.
Where's the outrage?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
But you know what they do? You know what these Christians are doing? They'll demonize a woman like E. Jean Carroll.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? They have no problem demonizing victims.
Yeah, and then you guys take a phony victim and putting them up on a pedestal like Tara Reid. Sitting there talking about Tara Reid ran off to Russia because she was getting death threats. So did E. Jean Carroll.
Yeah.
E. Jean Carroll got all kinds of death threats. She told people about what happened. Tara Reid told her attorneys. The attorneys told the prosecutors. Her story kept falling apart when the prosecutors. Her story just kept falling apart. And then you got two of these Russian bears.
Yeah.
Up this fake story about how she was going to return to the United States so that she could actually file a claim against Joe Biden. Well, you have to hope that Washington, D.C. works like that. That's number one. If Washington, D.C. has a statute of limitations, I don't think they're going to change the law for you.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Listen, brothers.
Number two, afterwards, after they made up this lie, I went and looked. She done already filed for citizenship and has an apartment.
Yeah.
She ain't thinking about coming back here. Her and Edward Snowden are living their best life right now. You kidding me?
Exactly. Now listen, Swerve, I gotta move on and bring some other people.
It's all good, brother. My wife just got home and she just got home, so and I got to put up a shelf in front of my treadmill so I can listen to y'all while I'm walking. But no, hey, listen, brother. Good to see you on a Saturday. I'm sorry you did not accept the offer of me shipping all this snow to you.
No, keep that to yourself.
But that's okay. I'll let it melt. I mean, it's only 8 degrees outside right now. I'm sure it's gonna melt pretty fast.
All right. All right. Well, listen. Yeah, I don't want to be a part of any of these MAGA crimes. All right.
Exactly.
I just can't be.
You be good, brother. Be safe out there. I love you, Zeus. And as always, pleasure talking to the kingdom. Thank you.
All right, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my good friend, Brother Swerve. Dark Swerve, actually. He came in here and delivered nothing but the truth. The truth is, you traitors. You all are a bunch of traitors. And you deserve whatever hell you're going to catch. Promise me. I promise you that. All right. Let's bring up our next panelist. Oh, my God. I'm looking for folks that don't necessarily agree with what I'm saying. All right, but I will get to all of you as much as I can. All right, listen, this is a special Saturday broadcast. This is the Closet of Truth. Good morning, Takesha. How are you?
Hey, Zeus, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm looking for more straight white males.
Listen, that's what I wanted to say. When you got to put that as your name, you trying to prove yourself. Because you don't know who you are, number one. Number two, when he kept calling you boy, when will they realize that we are not the people that came before us and that little stuff like that? That don't bother us. We don't need them to make it in this world. No. So calling you a boy, that didn't offend you. He need to come up with something else. But when he turned his camera on, that let me know he was scared to show his face because he already know. He already knows Zeus.
Yep.
But check this out.
We've done this for so long. We know how they are.
Listen, it doesn't have any effect on us. It's really getting too ridiculous for them to even keep doing it and think that it's having an effect. It's really
Yeah, I agree. And you know, it's always these folks, they love to hide behind these hoods
they
and
love
these masks. Yeah. Spreading hate.
Because when
he actually asked me to come to Oklahoma with him. I said, sir, I just met you.
Correct. Now he trying to get with you. That's why he went straight in front of his name because he want to, try to pretend. Trying to get with you and then want to
Oh.
add strings. Try to throw you off. Don't go there, Zeus. He'll probably have on some high heels, a wig, and a dress.
Yeah, listen, for the record, even if I was into you, we still got to get to know each other. We just don't dive right in.
Each other.
Yeah, you straight white male, cut it out.
Okay, this is not the chat line, straight white male.
Goodness, great. Is that what is that his tagline when he's out here trying to hook up with these ladies? I'm a straight white male.
And they saying you just as crooked as the lightning bolt that's coming out of the sky. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, this is their best. Oh, go for it.
I thought about something last night, and if I got it.
Hey, where did you go, Takesha? Where did you go?
So listen. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Dang, I lost connection.
Oh, Lord.
You can hear me now?
Takesha. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Send another request, Takesha. All right. See, you know, I'm starting to understand something about these Trump supporters and Donald Trump. Does anyone think that Donald Trump is sending his best and his brightest to us out here on TikTok? I don't think Donald Trump is sending us his best and his brightest, ladies and gentlemen. It's really getting embarrassing out here to see these Trump supporters, just the names that they pick for themselves. Straight white male. Okay, maybe in this live that goes somewhere, but everywhere else on TikTok, how is that working for you? I don't get it. Where do you go? Straight white male? I mean, are you using that to date? I mean, it's disgusting at the end of the day. Takesha, where did you go? I was going to give her a little bit more time to send Zeus another guest request. All right. Going once. Are you there, Takesha? Are you there? I wanted to hear what you said. All right. All right. All right. There you go. I think she might have sent Zeus a guest request. Well, Takesha, I will have to move it along. All right. I see you, Tyler. Don't worry. I go in the order that I see fit for the kingdom. You don't got to keep putting it out there, my good friend. All right. I see all of you. Good morning, Ange.
Good morning. How are you? How's the kingdom this morning?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom tending to the affairs. And you?
I'm fine. It's nice to see you on a Saturday morning. What a treat. I don't want to take too much time. I just had something for the Trump supporters in case they didn't know where to donate their money.
Okay.
Do you mind if I pop something up? I just want to help them out.
Yeah.
I'm all about helping.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I mean, they can just... You can just put your money there. I don't know what he's up to now, but y'all gonna have to come up with what is it? $450 million.
$455 million and counting. Right? There's interest being accrued, and Trump needs a little for himself. So I'd say maybe $500 million.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna fit in there, but
oh, that's what she said. I mean, but
oh, hey, keep it clean, sir.
Oh my God.
Here's my thing. Okay, why are y'all Trump supporters simping for a man who, what is it they say? He wouldn't pee on you if you were on fire.
Right.
He doesn't give a crap about you, and you're all just still simping. Any of these crimes he's committed, you'd be under the prison. So I just don't understand why you are still defending this person.
Right.
They're going to go broke. They're taking their last dime, giving it to this man, and probably starving their kids in the process.
Right.
It's just absurd.
They all brag and say that they're rich. They're really not rich, right?
No.
They're like Donald Trump. They just go around inflating the value of their assets. They say that they will send us, well, not you, but not me, but you. Yeah. They're out here trying to date on TikTok and inflating the value. They're trying to inflate the value of whatever they got.
Yes, their trucks and their blueberries and whatnot. Yeah, don't get me started.
Did you hear that straight white male he got in my box and told me he was in his truck? Did you hear him say that?
Oh, this is not Tinder talk, straight white male. Leave Zeus alone. That's really disgusting. He probably, they can't stay out of our DMs. I don't understand these conservatives that are trying to come over here. We don't want you. Nope. You're nasty. We don't want you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
oh, there was something else I was gonna say. I mean, I really am just tired of them crying. I mean, our friend Struggle Buns, he held a late
Hmm.
night live, and let me tell you what a show that was. I watched it
Really?
for a little bit. He was sweating and practically in tears. I mean,
Yeah.
how I had secondhand embarrassment for him. I'm sorry, Struggle Buns, but
He was crying yesterday because I was laughing at him. You know, I didn't intend to, but what happened was,
I
right?
know.
What I'm gonna be honest with you. What happened was we were in a live, you know, in Days Live, wasn't it Days Live, I believe.
Yes, it was.
And you know, it's been one heck of a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've had this Fonnie Willis. Fonnie Willis broke the internet.
She did.
Then you get Donald Trump on a Friday getting hit with that judgment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just at a certain point it popped in my head. They are not winning. They are losing, and it is over, right?
This,
And so
yeah, this was one
I
of the
told
worst weeks for them, Zeus.
yeah, and he was trying to, you know, make it about Fonnie Willis, but I said, no, Snuggles, please get in front of the camera so that I can laugh at you.
And we sure did, didn't we? How could you not laugh at that? I mean, this is just, I have secondhand embarrassment for anybody who's still supporting this guy. Seriously, I mean, you got, like you just
Oh
said, you
my,
got Fani down there just breaking the internet.
yeah,
She's not on trial, by the way, you fools. This is a hearing. Let's not forget who the real criminal is here. Like she told them, I am not on trial. You guys are all on trial. You know, I mean, these
yep,
questions they were at Zeus, it was driving me nuts. I want to jump through my TV. I mean, my
yeah,
God, why don't you just ask her what color her toenails were when she took her trip to Belize?
yeah,
What the hell? That was just, you know, do you prefer ribeye over, you know, or do you prefer mahi mahi? What, you know, if you go out
yeah.
for a meal, what's your favorite meal? What the hell was that? But then you got Letitia James last night. I'm sure you
Talk to
saw it.
him.
I'm sure you saw it. I don't know. I think she might have broke the internet too. I mean,
She did.
she was not playing. The hush money case is going forward. Sorry, people.
Alvin Bragg,
Alvin Bragg, and then this
but
the
and
immunity
they think
thing.
they're
I
winning.
know
Oh,
the immunity thing that he's not taking it to SCOTUS. I wonder why. Do you think he might have finally listened to his lawyer for once, and they were like, "You're just, yeah, it's not happening." They're
I
no.
can listen. I can promise you, Ange. Right,
Mm-hmm.
his team of lawyers, the ones that are still there, they've put it all out there on the table for him about what's going to happen to him, and Donald Trump is scared. That's what it is. And they said this little thing, the immunity thing, you can't even afford to do that. Do you understand
Right.
that if you try that, we're not getting paid and we're not going along with that. So you got to let that one go. You got to take that one on the chin, champ. Right?
That's exactly, and he might finally be listening. And last thing is for Blueberry Bait. I'm serious. Just stay out of the DMs. You know, he's just getting more and more insulting. And you know, stop claiming you're a millionaire. We all saw you down at that Airbnb cleaning it. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was a millionaire, I'm never cleaning another thing, ever. That
Nope.
would be the first thing I would hire. I'm never. Oh, I almost said a bad word. I'm never
Mm,
ever gonna clean again. So
yeah.
Blueberry Bait, cut it out. We're never gonna believe you. You got your big truck, big deal. And I
Yeah.
have the real picture of you. I won't put it up because I don't want to embarrass you.
But I did see him, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, clickbait, he tries to act like he's some sort of 6'6", 230 muscular individual. This guy is 5'8", all right, and weighs about 160 pounds maybe max. And he got a pop belly, and he's ill. He's not shaved very well. I mean, he barely can get in his truck without a ladder. You should see this guy. And he goes around TikTok bragging about how much he's a millionaire. He's like, I'm a millionaire. And I said, well, why are you paying all your employees on 1099s? Clickbait.
Yes. Yeah, that too, that part too. And I have one last thing. What he said to our friend Shay last night, all those lewd comments in that live that we were all in. I mean, that's just really tells his character. I mean, that he was
Yeah.
just being very, very nasty to her. These are nasty people, and they're going broke and simping for this guy. Like I said, it doesn't give a rat's behind about them. Y'all should be embarrassed You
Tell
really
them.
should all be embarrassed.
Tell them, Ange.
Yep.
They really should be embarrassed, but I think they know that that's why they don't turn their cameras on, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't have mine on right now, but we all know
No, you're good. You're
Ange
good.
turns
You're
her
not out here
camera on.
spreading.
I do lives. I mean, yes, I
Yeah.
will not spread misinformation. I absolutely will not do what Snuggles was doing this
On
morning.
your platform, you turn your camera on.
Yes.
That's all I was going to
And
say. So,
I'm so glad that you popped on today because there was too much misinformation to just let go. We can't have
yeah,
that out here.
absolutely
No,
not,
we're not.
man.
We're not
You're
going to
right.
stand for it. We're not going to stand for your misinformation anymore. If I see you on here, I'll have a live too and straighten this
Yeah,
stuff out. All
exactly.
right, I'm going to move on. Let the next person come up, and I hope y'all have a great rest of the weekend.
All right, you too. All right, stay safe and warm out there. All
Oh,
right.
I'm going to try. It's 8 degrees here too. So
I can't do that. I can't be
Oh,
around Frosty the Snowman.
I know. And to think
Absolutely.
just a week ago I was in your state. Oh, why didn't I stay
Yeah.
there? It was
Right.
beautiful state, by the way. Anyhow,
Mm-hmm.
y'all have a great day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you too. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's my good friend Ange. Kenneth, do you have a problem with what we're saying? Are you offended by the truth? Is anyone in here offended by the truth? Because I don't understand what the issue is. Right? We don't get around. We're not going around this app spreading lies and misinformation. Right? And like I said at the top of the show, maybe you didn't hear me, Kenneth, since you want to be in here in your feelings.
Here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can
You hear
leave.
that,
You can leave
Kenneth?
right now.
You hear that, Kenneth?
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You hear that, straight white male? You sounded very miserable when you got in my box. And by the way, you made my day because I'm going to be laughing about this exchange that you and I had today. I'm going to be laughing about it all day. I'm going to say, this guy, I've never met him before in my life. I'm not interested in him romantically in any way. Just on first sight, invited me over to his house in Oklahoma. Wow. Straight white male. That's some sick stuff. I got my eye on you. I ought to report you to the FBI. You sound like you could be doing some nasty stuff on the dark web. You nasty individual. Don't you have any manners, any kind of decorum? Get to know somebody, all right? Try to court them first. Don't just demand that they meet you in your deranged pickup truck. That's sickness. That might work with those other folks that you're hanging out with, but that don't work with me. I'm one of these real ones. I'm what they call a swaggarian. You know what a swaggarian is? That's a barbarian with swag, right? So, I've never seen so many desperate individuals in my life, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right. Tyler, you're up next. Trust me, I got you, champ, but I know what I'm doing. Good morning, Jess.
Hello. Oh my goodness. So, what a show this morning. Straight white male.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
needs, I got something for him.
right? Talk to us. Talk to us,
He needs
Jess.
to add
What we?
sis in there because I know that'll add an extra little spark for him. Straight cis white male.
Oh,
Came up here and had to throw a sissy fit at you.
yeah, right. As if I've done something to him,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Just come up here and doing your show the way you do, it just gets people so mad.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
can quote you, but they hate you.
Right?
Yeah.
She's not lying. Everywhere we go, right, Jess? You and I will go into these other lives. All the Zeus haters, they quote everything that I say and tell me how much they hate me.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. And you get under their skin so much just by breathing.
Oh, so all that stuff that they like to say, what can we do to end racism and get along? All that stuff you're saying they're just blowing smoke on the app.
Pretty much.
Mm.
I mean, look how much they've been disappearing the last week or so. They've been pretty MIA, very quiet. So, whenever they're going to be coming out, it's just going to be a bunch of ad hominem attacks. Everyone's going to call me fat. People are going to call me a white savior in the comments. I saw that.
Right, right. That's what they do. If you're from, on the dating market sometimes, right? What people like to do when they know they have no chance with you is they try to belittle you and insult you to make you feel less than, so that then they can swoop in, right? But it's not going to work, right, Jess? It's not going to work because we know these folks are ugly on the outside and on the inside, which is to me incredible. If you're ugly on the outside, you should be nice on the inside.
Yeah, and they struggle with that a lot because they have no accountability. They can definitely be quick to point out other people's flaws, but the minute you ask them, like, "Hey, this is a issue, maybe you should take a look at this. Maybe you should take a look at this action by Donald Trump here because you're calling out Biden for those same things, right? Not looking within your own party at all."
Right.
So
They're not. They turn a blind eye to Donald Trump, right? And then the one thing that really grinds my gears is the way they turn a blind eye to this whole E. Jean Carroll thing, right?
it's like we should be believing women. Even whenever Tara Reid came out against Joe Biden was very respectful. He said he didn't understand why she's coming out like this, but all women deserve respect and all women deserve to be heard. This
Yep.
is how you handle those situations.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. And so we got one side, Joe Biden, willing to cooperate with an investigation, being very respectful. And then you got the other side where you have an individual who's not cooperating, who's not only disrespectful, but he goes on and defames E. Jean Carroll, not once, but twice. And then they get out here on TikTok and they try to go after his supporters. They will attack the victim. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Thank you, Perspective.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy the lengths these people will.
Oh, look at straight white male still in the comment section. Look, come on, bud. Come push me out, Internet Warrior Zoo.
Oh, okay. So here we go. I was pulling out this. I didn't know if he was still here. So the Republican Party, they love being white victims. That fuels the Republican Party's politics.
Talk to him.
And whenever Obama was running his election, certain white voters refused to vote for Obama for his race. Polls showed that only 1/3 of white Americans, 38%, thought Obama would help race relations compared with 60% of black Americans. Moreover, a plurality of white Americans thought or perhaps hoped that his candidacy would have no impact on race relations, essentially upholding the status quo. What's more, some white voters during this period started to become resentful of a black man ascending to the highest political office.
Wow. So that's the part when they say Obama was the most divisive president. That's the part they're talking about. The white resentment for a black president. They couldn't stand the fact that they would have to report to a black man.
Hate it. And then so Trump's election killed any illusions anyone might have had about quote unquote post-racial America. Trump was successful in finding a predominantly white audience who wrapped up his overt racism towards people of color and who were eager to embrace a rising sense of white victimhood. With President Biden, sorry, Zeus.
Okay.
Right done. With President Biden having just passed, this was written a couple years ago. With President Biden having just passed 1 full year in office, public opinion research shows that white Americans, especially Republicans, see whites as victims of discrimination more than, say, Hispanic or Black Americans.
Wow.
According to the Pew Research Center in 2021.
Wait. I got to blow the whistle right there. Hold on. Time out. Did you say that white folks, on these MAGA demons, they feel like they are the victims of racism?
I've been noticing for people do speak on it. It's typically they'll bring up stuff like affirmative action or little things like that without realizing that affirmative action actually helps them too. But moreover, it actually helps white women the most, but that's a whole other story and people don't want to get into it.
Wow, Jess, you bring in a heavy hammer down. I'm still blown away at the fact that these folks think that it was them that initiated what Martin Luther. They think Martin Luther King was theirs. Blows me away. They think they've been suffering.
The fact that they think Trump would even take a picture with him, Martin Luther King would walk right the fuck away.
Yep.
He would turn his back on that orange buffoon and go back to doing God's work.
Wow. Yeah. It's this thing that MAGA got. They continuously want to be victims. And when we call them victims, they get angry with us. It makes absolutely no sense, but it shows you just how powerful that MAGA demon is. These folks, ladies and gentlemen, mark my words, they are under a strong delusion, a spirit of delusion. It's evil, and I branded it, it's the MAGA demon. Now they think that they are somehow victims. What do they want? Do they want a month called White History Month? Is that what they want too?
And literally, like, what would we celebrate? We would be celebrating beanie weenies from a can, fly strips hung up in the motherfucking house. Let's see, husbands or husbands? I don't know.
Were these folks out on the plantations? Were they the ones? Getting cracked with a whip by black folks? Is that how it went down? From what I understand, I don't think that's what it is. But is that what they think happened in American history?
I think they wanted it to. They want to be oppressed. They want to be victims. And it's wild. All you have to do is just pick up a book, a little bit of self-reflection. When we have these when we have these conversations about race or anything like that, and straight white male, your name brought that up. Your name brought it up. It's just the lack of self-reflection. People get so upset when people say that white people have been complicit in racism in America. They get all up in arms and they're like, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not this. I'm not this or that.
We're good.
And it's just wild because all it takes is no one's saying that to you. No one is saying that you're the bad person. No one is saying that you're the racist and that you're the one that held black people down for hundreds of years. No one is saying that. What they're saying is that there is a systemic issue in our country and there is still laws that are affecting people today.
Bingo.
And that we need change still.
Yep.
So it's not about pointing blame or pointing fingers. It's mostly pointing blame at the system and at the people in control, but not so much at just white people in general.
Bingo.
But predominantly white people do run the world. So, I mean, that's just the reality.
You hear that? And that's why you put the white in the middle of your name, you straight white male. You put that there for a reason. Make it, if you want to feel oppressed, put straight black male in and put a picture of a black guy up. See how that works for you, champ. Guarantee you won't do it.
Yeah.
Because you're scared. You're scared. You're a victim. I got it. I know you're kind. You're disgusting. You go back to your wherever corner you came out in Oklahoma and you get under that rock and you hide there. Little boy. Get him, Jess.
Specifically, laws about loitering or affecting homeless people now would have affected black people the most when slavery ended. So what do you think happened, straight white male, whenever slavery ended and all those unhoused people were just around town? People's homes or whatever the place is. You can call. I see it in my own town still.
Tell them, Jess.
Cops harass homeless people all the time. And when people were freed, they had no fucking homes to go to. So what are you going to do? You're going to make loitering a crime. You're gonna
Bingo.
make it so people can't sleep on park benches anymore. You're gonna make it harder for people to get any types of resources.
Bingo.
They need
You're
to
right.
read up about also not only that, but gentrification and redlining. There's so much that has affected our country, and I hate to just be harping on this topic. People get so mad about it, but I'm just so annoyed at that guy.
Yeah. But you know what you're doing, all right? But and then I gotta move on.
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
got some
I'll
other
drop
folks.
down.
But I'll
I'll
say
talk a
this.
lot.
No, you did an excellent job. What you did is you took away their excuse today, Jess. Because you know we got straight white male and his kind in here that are running around feigning ignorance about all of the stuff that you said. But after today's live, they can never go and say they didn't hear it, right? They can never say they didn't hear it, and I'll never let them forget they heard it.
I think it's
'Cause I'm gonna
wild.
be on you like white on rice, straight white male, and not like that though.
At
Not
cis.
like that.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Don't call him straight white male. Just call him the cis male. Cis
Okay,
male.
the cis male. Okay, all right. Well, we'll do that. Cis male.
All right.
All right. Now go
Thank
be
you.
okay. Thank you so much, Jess. I really do appreciate that. See, we don't shy away from facts and information, but now I get it. You got some folks out here who want to be victims. They want to be black, but then they don't want to be black, right? Am I right? You know what I'm saying? They want to be black until we start treating them like black folk, and all of a sudden, oh, it's too hot. It's too hot. You can't stand it, huh? And yet you continue to benefit from the things black folks have invented in this country. You guys make me sick. I'm not coming to your little nasty compound in Oklahoma. You don't know my kind. You probably have never even left the town you're in, champ. You wouldn't survive a day. You're one of those internet thugs, right? Keyboard warriors. You know how they are, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Takesha, you are back. Good morning, Takesha. See, I didn't want to go live today, but I saw the need to, and I rose to the occasion. Hey, Takesha.
You know who I'm sick of?
Talk to him.
Bend over Bobby in the comment.
Oh, who's that?
I've set up Zeus and I've decoded his name.
Oh.
You know that a package can be considered mail.
Oh.
So basically what he's saying is straight into my white package. He's trying to give out clues that he wants to be bent over, Zeus.
I'm not with that program.
I'm
You
telling
gonna
you, Bend Over Bobby, straight white male, is doing code names for his booty. For his booty, Zeus.
Oh my God.
Why nobody came in? Why y'all didn't send me a request when Shorty by Nature was trying to, talk about shade?
Tricky Dicky.
Because now you know I would have shed the elf that could not down.
Oh, well, get him, Takesha. You know that. Go ahead, get him. You said that's his grinder name?
That's clickbait.
Oh my God.
But this is what I wanted to say when I got cut off. I was going through a bad area.
Okay, I respect that.
Donald Trump said that he wants to make America great again, and he was concerned about people not being able to pay their bills, buy gas, get groceries, and then in another breath he said, "But hey, don't worry about that. Send me your money."
Right.
How is he concerned about them not being able to make it? But yet still he wants you to send him your money.
See, that's the part I don't get.
These people don't think for themselves. He probably got that $355 million by yesterday by 5 o'clock. He don't even need it. They already sent it to him, Zeus. Little Johnny can't get no braces. That one tooth that's hanging, he got to wait till it fall out because your dad spent the dental money sending it to dental. Y'all eating baby caps instead of bush baked beans. They made sacrifices. And the poor kid, he put his tooth under the pillow and he got nothing but a bag of salt. Dunn was hanging out the window thinking it was booger sugar. All kind of crap, Zeus.
Right. But this is what they want, though. They want to see their family suffer and Donald Trump prosper. It's a sickness, right?
Because how you giving money to a man that's getting off his own plane and you got to ride a moped to work because you can't afford a car? Come on, Zeus.
It doesn't make sense to a reasonable person.
Does
The
that
word
make
is
sense to
reasonable.
you?
Nope.
You living in
Nope.
a trailer with sheets up to the windows because you can't buy curtains, but you giving your money to a man with a whole Mar-a-Lago.
Right, because they think, I believe this is what the thought process is, right? If I give Donald Trump $10, he's gonna return it to me 100-fold. Ain't that how the good book taught him?
That's not what they think, Zeus. They don't even know what the good book says because they too bad to read the good book. Listen, what it is, they think that by them giving Trump $1 or $2, that mean they in his inner circle. And you wouldn't touch them even with a 10-foot pole, Zeus. If they walk, if they was laying in the middle of the road, he'll step over them and keep on going.
You hear that?
Nothing about them, but they want to be loved so bad that they just let him just make a fool out of them.
Wow. So are you here today to say to the Trump supporters that Donald Trump doesn't love them?
Listen, Trump supporters. Listen, MAGA. Trump doesn't even love his wife, because if he did, he wouldn't have been out there paying for, which is the only way any woman would give him any. He wouldn't have been out there paying for it while she was at home recovering from giving birth. If a man don't love the woman he promised himself to, he definitely don't love y'all. That's the message for today.
What if you change your name to Straight White Male on TikTok? Would that help you out in Trump world a little bit? Get a little closer to daddy?
I wouldn't change my name to what Bend Over Bobby got his for all the tea in China. And that's all they drink over there.
Okay.
So no, Zeus, I would not. Just let it go. Just let it go, MAGA. Trump doesn't love you. And don't go jumping off no bridge, because I said that.
Okay, yeah, we don't want you to have such a nasty ending, all right? But, you could keep sending him, I guess, all you have. Maybe there's a small chance he'll give you some play.
No, he ain't gonna give them them, Zeus. He gonna give them that fake Trump books that they think they can take to the bank and redeem.
Wow. Well, thank you, Takesha. I appreciate that. I mean, it seems like the overwhelming consensus is MAGA is losing. From what all these conversations.
MAGA been losing since Trump came down that escalator, okay? And they ain't started winning yet. They just like the football team that never wins a game, but keep hoping they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. Stop.
Bingo.
Stop it. Stop it.
All right.
Well,
all right, as you like this. All right. You too, and you stay safe out there wherever you're at, all right? Keep up the good work. I appreciate you coming on the show this morning,
You
all
too,
right?
sweetie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Takesha. No lies detected. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right here is, these are folks from all over the country who are paying attention to what's going on. It's over, MAGA. It really is. You can go look at all the videos I've been putting out. I've been telling you this day was going to come. Donald Trump's going broke right now. Remember, I told you this. The ultimate MAGA reward is jail, and if you don't get your soul right, hell. And I guarantee you, all of you Trump supporters will get that. You all are on the path of going to get the ultimate MAGA reward. And there's a pit stop in between. It's called Chapter 11. You're going broke. And when you show up at those pearly gates and meet your maker, the Trump train's going to go, there's a Trump train that you keep saying you're on, right? Right, the Trump train is now coming to a stop. All right, comes to a stop. Get off. You go and meet your maker. I'm here to try to get into heaven. God's going to say, thank you, Ange. Right. God's going to look at, oh, you're a Trump supporter. Okay, get out of the way. Stand in this line right here. Well, I thought I was going to get in that line and go into the. No. You're not getting into this line. No. You're in that line. Where's that line going, God? This is what they're going to say. And then he's going to show you the days you were in Zeus's live on TikTok. And he goes say, didn't you hear my faithful servant delivering the truth to you? And you're going to go, well, yeah. And you're going to start trembling, right? You should see this guy Snuggles. He's going to start trembling because you know what's coming next. Didn't you hear my faithful servant Zeus telling you the truth. And why didn't you believe him? Right? And you're going to go, oh, well, the devil played a trick on me. And that's going to go in the same category as all the other answers you've been giving Zeus. And he's going to say, oh, no, that's a lie from the pits of hell, you demon. And then guess what God's going to do? He's going to say, now get down on your knees. Get down on both knees. God, do I got to do it? Yes. He's going to say, get down on both knees, right? And then he's going to say this.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
And then, you know what you're going to end up doing? You're going to put those gasoline draws on, right? And your behind is going to go straight to hell. And you'll be there the rest of eternity. And when you get there, you're going to lift up your eyes. And guess who's going to be there? Not just the devil, but your cult leader, Donald Trump. How did you get here, Trump? That's what you're going to say. And he's going to say, I got here the same way you got here. Breaking every commandment in the good book, lying, cheating, and stealing, and having a good time. And then they're gonna say, oh my God, I'm really in hell. And he's gonna say, yeah. And if you don't mind, this is what Trump's gonna say, but if you don't mind, can I get $20? Because all you will ever be to Donald Trump are a bunch of suckers and losers. What's it? I'm starting to get it. What's in it? What's in it for you, MAGA? Think about it. What's in it for you? These folks, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, these are some deranged and delusional individuals. They really are. Tyler, good morning, my friend. I've been trying to get to you for a couple of days, all right? Thank you for being patient.
I've been overly patient here and stuff here because I've been waiting for like a day. What was it? Early last week, I was the first one to request, and I didn't even get brought up. I was like, "Huh? How dare Zeus?"
Well, there's a pecking order. Okay, listen. Anyone that's familiar with this, there is a pecking order. All right, I have a very select way of why I select individuals. It's really designed that way. But what do you got for me this morning, my good friend Tyler?
So I got a few things here. So the first thing here, this is Uzziah Garcia. He was a gun. He lost his life in the Uvalde mass shooting. His father, Brett Cross. I talked to him on TikTok, and he sent me a card here with his son's picture on it. And it says Uzi wanted to be a cop so he could help people. By receiving this card, he reaches and helps another person, and it's on the back of a Pokemon card.
Wow.
And then he sent me a picture of his son, Uzi, here. And that's a picture of his son. And then
my God.
And then he sent me like a wristband with the date of the Uvalde shooting on it here, May 24, 2022. And stuff on it here. So it's like me and him talk a lot on TikTok here, and because I tell him I do volunteer work for Moms Demand Action here. I'm a social media poster here and stuff for Moms Demand Action.
Good.
It brings
real boots on the ground, right? That's what I call people out here who are using their abilities, their gifts they got from God to do good things out here, right? So I appreciate you letting us know that's what you're into, and hopefully I can support you in any way.
Yeah, because there's so much gun violence out in this country here and stuff with these MAGA supporters here. Republicans shouldn't be allowed to have guns here.
Right.
And stuff like that. That brings me to my second talking point. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift each donated $100K to the Super Bowl parade shooting here, which is awesome of them here. And then we already all know Trump has to pay $355 million plus plus $83 million. So they got a GoFund. They are already out there grifting here. They got a GoFundMe up for the $355 million for Trump. It's at
I saw that.
It's at 62,000 right now. We got 4 top payers. We got one person paying $2,500. an anonymous
Do we
person.
know? Do we know who paid that $2,500? Because something is telling me that
it shows up as anonymous, just like the $1,500 payment shows up as anonymous. But $1,000 was paid by Teresa Klein. $1,000 were paid by Trey Merrier. There's a shitload of $500 payments here.
we got to keep it clean now.
Sorry. There's a bunch of $500 payments, a bunch of $300 payments, a bunch of $250 payments. Like these
all
are
Russian.
This is money that they complain that they need food, they need gas here. Inflation's high. But
what are they at now overall? How much has been donated?
They're at
this MAGA Demon Fund.
They're at $62,047.
They said they were broke. They said they were broke though.
Yeah, that's what makes no sense. They are saying inflation is so high they're barely affording groceries, but yet they're spending $2,500, $1,500, $1,000, $250, $500.
Wow, let's give them what they deserve. Let's give them some booze and shame. Hold on, I don't want to hear another Trump supporter crying about how terrible the economy is.
Here, that's what I said. It's just the hypocrisy of it here. You know, I mean, like, how are you going to sit there and scream that the economy is doing bad? You're struggling. You can't put food on the table. You're having to pawn your stuff, but yet you sit here and have money to donate to a criminal.
Make it make sense, you traitors.
The only thing that I was going to say, let me bring it up here. Where did I put it here?
You know, what's his name? Holy F-U, whatever. You don't need to feel sorry for anyone except yourself. All right? You got to look at the person in the mirror and deal with that. I don't. Keep your silly remarks to yourself. Please continue.
Oh, and that's what I said, because I posted, Trump supporters, make sure you empty out your 401ks, your life savings, any Bitcoin investments you got. Take out a second or third mortgage on your home, refinance your car. You're also going to need to take out a payday loan or a title loan because Donald Trump needs your money.
Yep. You see that? Yeah, and you know what? The funny thing about what you said is they already are doing it. I'm pretty sure when that judgment came out yesterday, a lot of them were on the phone with their lender. Hey, is there anything I can do to take out a second mortgage? Right? Immediately. Can I? How much do we got left on the credit cards, honey? Because we're about to max them out for Donnie.
I mean, like with the $355 million and the $83 million he has to pay Eugene here, I'm like, he's got to be damn near broke almost here right now. I'm like, where is he going to find money to campaign at?
From his supporters, his soldiers. He's gonna drain them dry. All right, and I'm not talking about that straight white male. Cut it out.
And that brings me to the other point here. So you know, all these people that claim that they are quote unquote pro-life, where are you, all you pro-lifers, when these mass school unalivings are happening, or church unalivings are happening, or grocery store unalivings are happening, or where are all you pro-lifers at when the Super Bowl parade shooting unaliving was happening, when children were being pew-pewed at? Where are all these pro-lifers at here? But they're nowhere to be found when these kids are out on the streets being hungry. They're nowhere to be found when people are going out committing pew-pew violence here.
Nope. Nowhere to be found. We should change that. That should be their name on TikTok. Nowhere to be found. That's your new names. It's your new names.
And stuff here like that.
No, Pablo, you shouldn't own anything. You shouldn't be allowed to own a thing, not even your name, Pablo. You shouldn't even be allowed on TikTok.
I love your birds.
Where do they get these insults at? I mean, I think the average Trump supporter, they have like an 8th grade education, and their insults are a reflection of that. It's the most bizarre thing, and they actually think they're funny. And they think they look good.
And then that brings me to my other point. You know, it is Black History Month here and stuff.
Yeah.
And these racist people here are like, well, what about White History Month? White History Month is 11 months out of the 12-month year. It's White History Month for 11 months. Here, let black and brown people have 1 month to themselves. Actually, Black History should Black History should be 12 months of the year, realistically. I'm like, I attended all black church here and stuff, and I love going to my all black church here. Black people love better. They help you better because black and brown people have gone through struggles that I haven't gone through, and that's why I love going to a black and brown church.
Amen. Amen. Go ahead, tell the truth and shame the devil. Shame this MAGA demon.
And I saw somebody use the 1350 thing. So explain to me, for people that like to use that 1350 racist remark, explain to me here that how black and brown people make up 13% of the population, right? So that must mean every black baby, every black child, every black teenager, every black adult, every black elderly person here must be a criminal because every black person, whether you're a baby or an elderly person, is a criminal.
These folks don't know what's going up. They don't know what's going down. I mean, that's why we can't take these folks when they start trying to speak up about serious things. We can't take them serious. They haven't done their research. They don't know how to they don't know how to be critical thinkers and actually explain their position on anything. The only thing they do is speak from feeling and emotion, and right now they're afraid and they're terrified because their leader, Donald J. Trump, is being held accountable financially, and his liberty is on the line, right?
Definitely. I can't wait until November 2024 to see Biden win his second re-election. I'm going to see the meltdown of MAGA again. They're going to probably be like, "Oh, he stole the election for the second time. Here, he rigged the election. Here."
Exactly.
And stuff here.
Well, listen, Tyler, I gotta move it on. I'm almost out of time. I'm gonna try to get through as many as I can. All right, brother. But it was a pleasure talking to you.
And I will say this, MAGA, you are winning. You're winning 91 indictments. 4 indictments, 91 charges. Here, you're winning all these. Donald Trump having to pay out all this money here to Eugene here and to the courts here. So keep winning, MAGA. Keep winning.
Next, no lies detected.
Love you, bro.
Love you, bro, too. Thank you for coming up as well. All right, and for being patient. I appreciate that. And thank you for the subscription. I saw that, champ. All right, you see, ladies and gentlemen, there's no shortage of truth out here. We will make sure that there will never, ever be a red wave again. We will make sure all you Trump supporters get the ultimate MAGA reward. Jail if you don't get your soul right, hell, with a Chapter 11 pit stop in the middle. I could care less how you feel. I really don't. All right? Think about all the harm and damage you've caused this country with your abusive attitude, your abusive rhetoric, and actual physical abuse and violence that you conducted against the citizens of this country and what you did on January 6th. I will never forget it. And as far as I'm concerned, I'll never forgive you for it. Especially if you haven't repented. They don't like me because I tell the truth. But I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to believe lies and misinformation like you MAGA demons. Hey,
what's going on, Zeus?
What's going on? Happy Saturday, right? Little special broadcast for these special individuals out there.
Indeed, because, it was a huge, momentous occasion yesterday.
Yep.
It was so much going on. It was ridiculous. But I wanted to point out the straight white male dude. We actually call him Power Bottoms for Trump in Union Gang. He's
okay. So you ran into him.
Oh yeah, definitely familiar with the Power Bottom for Trump, dude.
So he clearly got jungle fever.
Oh yeah, he got jungle fever. He's always in black spaces, trying to infiltrate or sabotage. You know what they do. Constantly, all the time, especially. But I'm really surprised that
he wants to get in one of those. I don't want to cut you off, but it's what we call a struggle cuddle. That's what they fight you until they wrestle with you until you start
really
loving on
the
each
whole
other.
time they want a spoon, right? The whole time they want a spoon.
I'm done.
Power Bottoms for Trump. Yeah, that's that little crew down there. They claim that they're straight white males, but he's been exposed with his Tinder and his what was that? I think somebody else exposed him on some other social
Oh, he
media
wants
site.
to be. He doesn't think being exposed is a bad thing. That's
Well,
his
there's no
calling
shame,
card.
right? There's no. That's why
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got to
yeah,
give it to
yeah,
them.
yeah.
They don't have any shame. That's absolutely true.
Wow. I never thought they would use Donald Trump to try to date black folks on TikTok. I never thought that, but that's some clever stuff. That MAGA demon got him doing overtime with it, don't it?
Yeah.
Any way in, right? These folks are sick.
They were absolute. I mean, I was so happy yesterday. Like I just tapped out. I partied so hard, I tapped out.
Right?
I
You
thought
would
that
have
was a
never thought in our
glorious,
lifetime.
van glorious. You understand
Yeah.
me? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
absolutely great. But I'm actually surprised to hear
Cassius.
that. Thank you, Cassius. Thank you guys for the gifts. I was surprised to hear that Snuggle Bubbles and Snuggle Pancakes, whatever, he had a live last night. Of course, I'm not surprised that he was crying. You know, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but they sure was MIA last night. There really wasn't many MAGAs, floating around. I guess they was on Discord or something trying to get their thoughts together because
They're doing something now where they don't want to talk about things Donald Trump's going through. They want to keep bringing up Fonnie Willis. That's what they're on right now. That's what they went onto their Discord and said. Well, what can we do to try to humiliate Fonnie Willis? Because to turn around and look at everything coming down.
like an avalanche. It's an
Donald Trump
avalanche of
has
shit
Yeah.
down on their head.
Tell him off, Diva. I caught that though.
I mean, they've been winning so much. I mean, like Trump said, y'all gonna get tired of winning. You're gonna say, I want to win more and more.
What do you think is going through his mind, knowing that he has court coming up, for a criminal case? This is something brand new for him.
Yeah, it is. Because he's used to, doing all that stuff on the fraudulent back end where, you go
Yeah.
to court for NDAs and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Lightweight stuff, right? But this criminal thing, I think it's really going to take its toll. And I told Rig last night, I said, we live on Earth 1. And all of
Yeah.
this, I mean, imagine your whole fraudulent fortune coming crashing down. You work so hard, you pay so many millions of dollars to lawyers and
Right.
all of this crap to maintain your
Yeah.
quote brand, right?
Right. Yeah.
And Letitia James came in and said, I'll take all that, thank you.
Ooh.
And Judge Ingram said, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. We'll ride on this train. We'll go down the road of taking him down. And now he's going to the DOJ, so the IRS can do their thing. And I mean, it's
it's so insane that this is actually happening. It's unbelievable, right? If you would have said 4 years ago all the stuff Donald Trump is going through right now, you would have said this would happen, I wouldn't have believed it.
You know what?
Right?
I'd have never thought in a million years that Donald Trump, like of all people, because everybody already knew that he was a con man, he was a fraud, that he was, just from all the prior businesses before he was president, all
Yeah.
of them failed. From water
Yeah.
to vodka to, tapping out on casinos. And I mean, it was just wild. The university,
Yeah.
now it's another I think it's the dog rescue thing now
Yeah.
where Laura Trump was frauding them out. So it's like this organization is like spread out throughout the whole family, and it's now a family crime ring. And he's been around for 50 years or something like that. Somewhere right up in there where his daddy gave him his money. And the whole time he's been criming. The entire time he's been criming. And now it's like
And
a house of
it ain't
cards.
just like surface level crimes only. These crimes, they got some very deep roots.
Openly
don't they?
corrupt. Openly corrupt. Rig used that term a lot, or that phrase a lot. Openly corrupt. Okay.
Brazen.
We know that politicians are corrupt, MAGA. We
Yeah.
know that. We've been knowing this since, politicians became a thing, right?
Yeah, since the inception of this country,
Right.
right? Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
absolutely, since the inception of this country. And so to be openly corrupt is to say, well, give the middle finger to the American people and tell
Yeah.
us, screw you and the laws of this country. I'm above all of that. And that's not what, these judges and these prosecutors are saying. That's not their
Yeah.
argument, MAGA. Your argument is on Earth 2, and our argument is on Earth 1. He has to deal with the situations he's put himself in. Y'all want to bail him
And
out?
he's not
That's
going
your
to come
business.
out.
I don't
Now,
really care.
Ann says, I guarantee you that Trump will come out ahead, Miss Boss.
Oh yeah, he gonna come out ahead, all right. He gonna be head of the head crew in Cell Block D when Bubba is bending him over for the very
Yeah.
first time. And I'm gonna tell you something. I
You hear
would
that, Ann?
rather be a fly on that wall than any wall, because I want to see him get bent over. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I can't. I don't, but I'll hear about it.
And I know people laugh at me when I say that, but
No.
and it's not
No
the
lies
sick part. It's just more of retribution, right? It's just more of
No, you didn't.
retribution of all the things. I mean, he bent us over. He bent us over as the American people, the whole country. He bent the whole country over and went bow, bow. And he was just banking.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And now he got 91 felonies as a result of it, and 4 indictments, and then extra cases on the side that just cherries on the top. I mean, he's just been criming and criming and criming and criming.
Yep.
So
You hear this, Ann?
I mean, he's not going to no White House with no 91 felonies, and he not. He not going to the White House, girl. You got it all twisted. And what y'all think that Fani is going somewhere? No, Fani's not going anywhere. Watch next week. It's going to be business as usual in Fulton County, and he will be held accountable for that as well. You know what I'm saying?
And what part of the country are you in? And because I don't understand why you're so resistant of the truth that we're sharing. Boss Diva is not lying. She's being real nice. Actually,
Yes, I am.
she's being real nice to you and breaking it down in a way you should be able to process. So I'm confused about why you're not.
And Anne should really be concerned if she's a female of, life producing status. You know what I mean? Would you want this joker to tell you how to deal with your body in any capacity? And that's why
Right.
we're saying the same thing about Fani. What she do with her coochie is her business. And she, she wants to bang him or she don't want to bang him, and she want to go, hang from the chandelier, whatever she want to do, that's on her. That's her own personal business. And y'all always like
Right.
to come and lay down with somebody in their bed with their partner.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. You need to stop
Yeah.
that. You need to y'all
Yeah.
need to quit. Y'all just really
Bingo.
But I know you want to move on to another guest, Zeus, and I always gotta show love to you because you my partner.
All right. You my partner in crime too. All right. And I
And I love
always
that video
appreciate
you
it.
you put out, while you was walking around the town and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. You saw me in Oakland. All right, town
Town
business.
business, baby. That's how we
Let's
get it.
go. And they wasn't bothering Zeus. Now was
I didn't see nobody bothering you. They didn't say stick them up or
Exactly.
nothing.
they? Nope.
Did you get carjacked?
Absolutely.
Oh, just checking. Okay. All right. Much
All
love to
right.
you, Zeus. I love you so much,
Hey.
and you take care. You have a good day,
Thank
sweet,
you.
sweet
All
pie.
right, you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my partner in crime, the beautiful Miss Boss Diva. No lies detected. You see this, you traders? We had to break it down for you so that you can understand what we're talking about. I know it's difficult to really wrap your mind around this kind of information, but trust me, I've been doing this for a long time, and I haven't been wrong yet. You've been wrong, though. You've been severely misled. I can tell. That's why I asked you, what part of the country are you from? All right. Let's bring up our next guest. Who do we got here? Quills, how you pronounce your name?
It's called K-Will So Deaf.
K Will So Dev. All right, greetings. Welcome to the show. This is our first time doing business.
Yeah, this is our first time actually, because yeah, I didn't think you would bite any ops up, but you actually did. So thank you for having me up to speak.
Okay. Well, all right, fair enough. Well, I asked some questions before we get started. First question is, do you think the 2020 presidential election was stolen? Now, if you're gonna lie, just plead the fifth. I don't want you to get reported. All right?
Was stolen, and no, let's be specific. How so stolen?
Do you think President Biden stole the 2020 election, as Donald Trump has been as Donald Trump has been saying it was stolen?
He absolutely.
Okay. Well, you know what you just got. You know what you just got. All right, let's go. Second question, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th? Be honest, bro. Be honest.
No, I'm being factual. Like who? So who you saying is blame?
Let's cut the chicken crap, man.
No,
Let's cut the chicken.
No,
crap.
I just want to ask specifically, because specifically, you trying to blame Donald Trump, but did you read before he got kicked off of X when it was back then when it was still in the platform? Did you read his tweets?
Well, we could go into that.
We can go into that. Like
but I just want to know, for the sake of the question, what's your answer?
A lot, I guess bad characters. Had to be bad characters.
Hold on, next question. All right. Do you think President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crime?
Most certainly.
Oh my God! You got all of them wrong. All right. So the reason I ask those questions is to get an idea where you stand. This is another question, and then we'll go to whatever you want to talk about. If you were to rank them, right? God, family, country, and Trump, how would you rank those?
You just put in that order. That exact order.
Okay. God, family, country, and then Trump. You would rank them in that order?
Yep.
Okay. So you don't think Donald Trump is above the Constitution?
Of course not. No one's above the Constitution.
Okay. Well, now we're getting somewhere. So where do you want to pick or get started with this conversation? I'm confused because I assume you're a Trump supporter based on how you're answering those questions. And so I know I'm not going to change your opinion about your love for Donald Trump no more than I'm going to change Tim Scott's opinion for it. But what is it you would like to let us know?
Yeah, that's funny that you guys keep referring to that, and what that tells me is, the divide in this country, and you're the reason for that divide because you spew this hatred, and that's why I've been here for almost an hour. All I'm hearing is just sophomoric comments, negative, like things like you guys are like talking about things like, like you guys are so happy that he has to pay this money. It's like, honestly, this man lives rent free in your head, brother. I don't understand.
Where did he go? Oh my God! He got reported. Remember. See, I don't want folks to get reported on this platform, ladies and gentlemen. I really do strive to have authentic conversations, all right? And I keep telling you folks, these TikTok folks aren't playing about misinformation, all right? The thing is, the facts are the facts. The presidential election was not stolen, all right? So you can't get online and lie and say it was. TikTok is monitoring that, all right? It was not stolen by President Biden. If you want to know who's responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, the correct answer is Donald Trump. Simple. Last but not least, you have no evidence to support your claims that President Joe Biden is guilty of any kind of crime. So the correct answer is no. I wish you folks would quit getting online and lying. Why do it? Why do this to yourselves, MAGA? Seriously. Oh my goodness. Let's bring up somebody else. I'm really trying to get this point across, but we can't get there if you continue to dwell in delusion and lies. Who is this here?
Bruce.
Hi, how are you? What is your name? King
Luke Cage.
How do you
King Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. All right, Luke Cage. Greetings, Luke Cage.
Greetings,
This is our
sir.
first time doing
It's an
business.
honor. Yes, sir.
This
It's
is
the
first
first
time
time
doing
I'm honored
business.
to be up in
All
here.
right. All right, I appreciate it. Well, I got to ask you a couple questions, all right?
Go ahead, sir.
First question, do you think President Biden stole the 2020 election?
No.
All right. Next question. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Donald Trump.
All right, last and final question. Who would you say, wait, there's a lot of background noise. I'm going to be honest with you. Is there a way you
I'm
can
sorry.
get somewhere quieter?
No, here, I
Is
will.
there a
Hold
way-
on one sec.
All right, yeah. It's a lot
There
of
you go.
noise back there.
My bad.
All right, last and final question. Do you think President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
No.
Let's go. All right. Well, I'm glad you were able to. Okay, now what's that? Is that you, brother?
Well, no, I just came from the gym, so forgive me.
Oh,
Zeus.
okay.
I'm a big dude.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
No. I'm just trying to make sure because I want to make sure people can hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
I just came
I
from
know.
the
I
gym.
got headphones. I know I got headphones on, but a lot of people might not be listening through their headphones. All right. Well, what do you got for us this morning?
No, I just wanted to say this. Like, I don't understand how people could bring up fact after fact after fact, no matter what kind of facts you bring to these people's like face. They still turn around and reverse it and say it's not what it is. It makes no sense to me. And when you say Trump loves the uneducated, majority of them are uneducated, and it really gives you a thought pattern, right? Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to believe there are people out there like this, Zeus, but
You
oh
don't.
my God. You know what I'm saying? The lack of common sense, the lack of thinking for
Right.
yourselves. I'm just waiting for Trump to say, drink the Kool-Aid. That's what I'm waiting for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real, because
Yeah.
it makes no sense to be grown people and no matter what, and they still divert. Oh, how can everybody else be wrong and Trump be right? Make that make sense. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever, man. Seriously.
I mean,
And when you,
do you think that they really are in a cult, perhaps?
yes. As soon as you said, I heard my boy Taylor, whatever Taylor. He was on
Tyler, yeah.
Tyler. I was on a couple of lives with him. He said they already got a GoFundMe for him.
Yeah.
You complain about the economy, that you ain't got no food, gas is whatever the roof, but you give him $500, give him
Yeah.
$1,500. You ain't too much starving. I'd be
Right.
damned if I get somebody that's supposed to be rich any kind of money, Zeus. You know what I mean? Especially a corrupt one at that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
wonder why.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
other dude that just got on here talking about, you're the reason why we won't come together. No, they're the reasons why we will never come together because you have no common sense. You don't think for yourselves. You believe
But he's a
what other
brother.
people. Yeah,
He's a
that's
brother,
even
though.
worse.
What do you talk about it? We got brothers in Black History Month supporting Donald Trump. What do you say to that?
Uncle Ruckus,
Uncle
his little
Ruckus,
nephew,
wow.
because there's a lot of them out there, Zeus, we know it. There's a lot of Kunis
Yeah.
Owens out there too. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. They're going to be ops for white supremacy. We already know this, all right? But it's not going to change who we are, what we believe, and what we know is fact and truth. That's it, period. No matter
Yeah,
what.
facts it. Yeah.
And I want to
No
thank
lies
you, Zeus,
detected.
because I know it's hard to get on your live. Man, I feel honored that you let me up.
I feel honored to have you, bro. I'm gonna give you a follow too. All right, you're doing God's work, and I'm glad that you were able to come in here and speak the truth in front of all these MAGA demons. All right, I mean that just shows how brave and strong you really are.
Thank you, big dog, and I truly appreciate you, man. Seriously.
All right. I appreciate you, and thank you so much. All right, have a good rest of your day. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You see, when these folk get up in the live and they tell us we're spreading hate, they're really talking about themselves. That means for the past 24 hours or so before they got to us, they've been going around spreading hate. You got pictures attacking. Oh my God. There's no reason a brother should be supporting Donald Trump, knowing all the stuff they know about Donald Trump. Just the crimes alone. Imagine you were committing these crimes with Donald Trump, brother. What do you think Donald Trump would do? I guarantee you, he would put your behind in prison faster than you could blink. He has no respect for you, no care for you, no regard for you. Look at what he did to President Obama. What was his reason for having animosity against President Biden? Think about that. He was very angry with President Obama. What do you think it was? I'll tell you the answer. It was because he was black. That's it. That's all he needed right there. He's a black guy. How dare he go after the president's office and become president of the United States? I'm better than him. I can't believe this has happened. You know, and he painted himself as a victim, all right, and decided he's going to be the retribution for his cult. Those disgruntled individuals who were still angry because they lost the Civil War. The Confederates. Do you know your American history, champ? Seriously. Do you understand how that played out? There was a real battle in this country over slavery, whether states could or could not be slave states. Do you understand where you fit in that? For you to get out here and to be siding with the modern day Confederate general, Donald J. Trump, whose compound, whose headquarters, Mar-a-Lago, all right, is to me ridiculous. I'm sorry. No, I'm not actually. But I had to wake your game up. What else can I do to get you out of that strong delusion that you're in? And if you're a Trump supporter, seriously, you want to come in the box and talk, please turn on your camera. All right? Show us that you are 10 toes down with Donald Trump. Because I want to see you, all right? Because like I told you, I am posting these lives on YouTube, and there will be a movie being made when this is all said and done, right? The movie is going to be called How We Got There. And I'm going to play back all these lives for you Trump supporters to watch, right? All the lies you're told. I'm going to be in the audience laughing. They really thought he was going to get away with it. They went along with it. They actually sent their money to him, too. I'm going to be laughing the whole time, knowing that you were warned and chose to be fools for Donald Trump. All right, let me bring up my next guest real quick. I know I don't get to talk to this brother for a minute. I see you there attacking, but I got to talk to my good friend, Brother Heaven, who's been waiting for quite a while. Good morning, Heaven. How are you?
Good morning, Brother Zeus. How are you?
All right. Another day in the kingdom.
Excellent. Thank you for doing the broadcast on the Saturday.
I know, right? They were saying I needed to, so I'm out.
They
here.
signed you up last night, and I was like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Yeah, right.
What's up to the kingdom? Hey, Zeus, man, this is great. This is so funny. We've had a lot of ups and downs this morning, but Tyler stole some of my shine here with the GoFundMe. Last night you broke the news to us, and I was shocked, and I've been obsessed ever since.
Why?
Well, why would a billionaire need a GoFundMe? That is just insane to me, right? And then when I went deeper into it, I won't repeat what Tyler said, but Elena Cardone and her husband Grant Cardone are kind of responsible for it. But this is a billionaire, you know. He should just give Donald Trump his money, give him the 355 or whatever the number is now. You know, to me it's funny, but when I was going deeper into it, I saw this little fight between Elena Cardone and one of Florida's finest Republicans, Laura Loomer. You know, she's like a Republican activist, anti-Muslim, just a terrible person. But they're fighting over why she...
Grandpa. Thank you, Grandpa.
They're fighting over why she put I guess she used GoFundMe instead of using the conservative version of GoFundMe. And I'm like, they're fighting over a platform about money for a billionaire. I just thought it was ridiculous, man.
Wow. I mean, do you have concerns that there might be some sort of crime being committed with this GoFundMe account?
Absolutely. You read my mind. The anonymous donations, small donations can't be tracked as easily as large donations. I think, you could get some Russian money, dark money going through this. You could get money laundering could even happen here, God forbid, knock on wood, educational purposes.
Yep.
But, Grant Cardone reminds me of Mr. Nice Guy. He's a real estate investor. He tells people how to make money. If you're not like me, you're doing it wrong. And I have a problem with people in society who degrade people for not trying to be like them. You know, you can do whatever you want to. And you went through it this week, so you understand.
Yeah. They always want to degrade and humiliate people when they tell the truth, right? And you see who's doing that all over the internet. It's MAGA.
Right. And they take pleasure in it. It's like a feature of their brand. It's not even something that they're ashamed of anymore. But I have to mention for Black History Month that Breonna Taylor's GoFundMe is in the top 10, top 20 GoFundMes, and she's at $11 million for her her fund.
Oh,
So
wow.
if Trump thinks he can raise 355 and be the number one GoFundMe ever, he has a tax problem. He has an FBI looking at him. Someone's going to be involved in if you get over,
Yeah.
these high numbers.
Yeah.
The number one GoFundMe is for COVID relief money, 44 million. So if he's going to get 4 or 7 times the amount of legitimate fundraising efforts, I really doubt it.
Yeah.
I just really doubt it.
Yeah.
But Zeus, we had a good time last night, man, and I wanted to say that you kind of gave me a spark.
Really?
Man, I talked to Ange last night. She had a great day yesterday.
Wow.
Boss Diva has been having. She's on a roll right now. Superwoman on a roll.
Wow.
So I'm
Yes.
like, yo, the family that we've created on this app is unique, and they don't have that on the other side. They can try,
No.
but they fail every time they try to do it.
No. You're right, because they're not building their platform on love. They're building it on hate, lies, and misinformation. And like I said before, there's no honor amongst thieves. And that includes you, MAGA, you traitors.
Right. And bruh, when you grift each other, you lie to each other, and when we observe it and then we call it out, we are not wrong for doing it. We are just observing and reporting back what we're seeing. If we're wrong, tell us we're wrong. But
Yeah.
the dress, Fanny's dress this week, that lie is so pervasive. It wasn't backwards, y'all. The dress isn't blue, whatever y'all want to say here. But
Yeah.
I went and found the dress. The designer of the dress said that this dress wasn't on backwards, and they still will repeat the lie. I don't get it.
Anything they can to disparage and disrespect women of color, MAGA has no problem doing it. There's not even a speed bump to kind of slow them down. They just do it. It's in their nature.
It's part of who they are. But since if you call that out, are you racist for calling out
No.
an observation that you believe is true?
No. You know, but they call me a race baiter, and I said, you know what? If that makes me a race baiter, guess what? I'm a race baiting tycoon for you MAGA demons. I don't mind that at all. Probably one of the best compliments I've heard from you.
For real.
Yeah.
Yo, and Zeus, I know Snuggles had his live this morning. He tried to have some success and failed. And Snuggles, you are a work in progress, but you need to start thanking Zeus instead of hating on him, because you showed up for 1 minute and then his numbers jumped up and you left. So like star power, bro.
Yeah.
Recognize it.
Yeah.
Recognize
Exactly. Tell him,
He's
Evan.
helping you, Snuggles. What's wrong with
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Nicodemus, I'm on them like white on rice, ain't I? They know it.
And so Zeus, who do you think won the week? Who do you think had the best week on the app, in public life? What are you most interested in this week?
I think Fonnie Willis and Letitia James came out victorious this week.
Yeah. Casually, easy W's for him, right?
Because I know that at night when Donald Trump is by himself in those witching hours, right, 2 a.m., he's probably on his meds. He got them there in his mind. He got Fonnie on the left and Letitia James on the right, and he can't wrap his mind around how did these two black women do this,
right?
Because he's the victim, right?
Right. And to take a step back and thinking about it, if you have a RICO case on your head, you want to prove your innocence, the first motion that's big in your case is the prosecutor's, private life. It was it's disgusting to talk about people's private lives, man. And I never say some of the stuff that I heard this week in public or out loud. I'm sure you don't as well. It's just the TMZ side of our politics. Republicans love that. And I never found it appealing. I like policy. I like numbers. I like to talk about helping people. But when you talk about someone's money and where they went on vacation, that's just it's I don't know. It's classless. Let's say that.
Yeah, it's classless, and in this case, I would go one step further and say it's downright misogynist and racist.
Yeah, there's undertones everywhere, bro. I won't keep you, but you also had a good week, man. And you keep it going. We're gonna make sure, like in 2020, when you were in Arizona, we're gonna make sure 2024 is a repeat. We got to just keep our heads down, y'all, and stay focused on the goal. We can't let them distract us with the dress, distract us with attacks on former president's wives' sexuality and gender. We have to stay focused and make sure that we get as many people to vote. Donate if you can. Call people. Go out there and make sure your neighbors are voting. I think this is a moment for us. Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
You flipped Arizona. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Tell them I went to Arizona and that state came back blue. They said, Zeus, what did you do? And I said, I told the truth, right?
Easy. Yeah, man. I'm gonna catch you this weekend, all right? You stay safe in these streets, man. They're looking for you. and we can't let them get you.
Okay. All right, you as well, my brother. I appreciate it. All
Love you,
right,
man.
ladies and gentlemen, take care, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my good friend Heaven. He doesn't normally come up here, but on a special occasion like this, right, it's warranted, right? We got Fonnie Willis, like I said. That judgment did pull through. You know, a lot of people say you can't tell it was a hit job, right? She campaigned on it, you know. And I'll say this about Letitia James: promises made, promises kept, right? Hey, listen, if your campaign is I'm going to get Donald J. Trump and you win and then you get Donald J. Trump, as far as I'm concerned, those are promises kept, right? Yeah. We're not playing around. I'm not comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I'm not comfortable knowing every day in this country, people of color have been the victim of our criminal justice system, right? There's been a lot of people who have been persecuted and attacked. You know, they've been wrongfully charged by, you know, what we would call a two-tier justice system, right? And so here we are, and we're seeing this orange cult leader, Donald Trump, experiencing a certain degree of what we've all known to be a reality in America. And all of a sudden, him and his supporters are hooting and hollering, oh, this isn't fair. Oh, don't you see it? I'm like this. Welcome to the party. Yeah. Just do me a favor, MAGA. Comply. Remember how you used to say that all you had to do was comply, right? Do me a favor, MAGA. Tell Donald Trump, zip it and just comply. Buckle up, champ. You'll be okay. Trust the process, right? And have every opportunity. Give the justice system every opportunity to work itself out. Because, you know, after all, this is what we do. We have a system of checks and balances in this country, right? And if you're squeaky clean, it'll come out during trial. That's what all we want Donald Trump to do, is to lead by example. Oh my God, you Trump supporters are something else. Oh my God, oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up Attacking. What's going on, Attacking? You said you had some evidence for Zeus.
Well, good morning, everybody. Let me start off.
Good morning.
Let me start off where you guys left off with Fonnie Willis. Let me show you something. Can you see what? Can you see what that says? No, just the last part. How did this get a degree? Yeah, how did this get a degree? Racist? I mean, that's kind of
absolute.
You know,
absolutely.
And that came from a Trump lover off of TikTok.
Wow.
Now this morning I did a broadcast and I was doing the GoFundMe stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see here.
Wow.
He's at
the attacks never stop, MAGA.
He's at 60-some thousand now. Right?
Wow. Think about all that gas money that could be used for, right? Think about all those eggs they could be buying.
Yeah. And then here's the donator list. So the thing is this: why do people like Snuggles support a man who's a billionaire lying about the court cases? Why do they say, oh, it's civil, it's no big deal, it's libel, no big deal?
Right.
I guess it's only because it's not a criminal charge. They say, oh, big deal, he's only paying cash, he didn't do anything wrong. What is wrong with their thinking in regards to the legal system?
They have no understanding, right? I mean, like you and I, we've talked about this for quite a while, right? These folks, they're dwelling in delusion.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And the thing is, why are you wanting to pay off a billionaire's fees and fines? Why are you doing that? As you're starving or striving to make ends meet, this billionaire who has the money to pay off whatever he does, he says he's a billionaire. $400 million is a drop in the bucket for him. Let him pay off his fees. And why is Snuggles lying about the D.C. case because Trump removed the process for the Supreme Court for the immunity stuff? Why is Snuggles saying that the case is falling apart? Where's it falling apart, Snuggles? Where's it
He
falling
has no
apart?
answer.
It's been on delay because Donald Trump has processed delay, and now that he's taken out the filing for the Supreme Court to look at the immunity charge, he's still lost the court case, Snuggles. He does not get presidential immunity. He lost that.
Wow.
And the DC case gets to move forward. Just so you know, let me find it. Give me a second.
Go ahead. Yeah. You see what we're doing,
Here
MAGA?
are the charges, Snuggles. Number 1, conspiracy to defraud the United States. Wow. What is the next one, Snuggles? Conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. Transfer of power from one president to another. These are the charges, Snuggles. This is stopping a government proceeding, and he did it with lies to his followers to attack the Capitol to keep him in as president. What don't you like about the Constitution and our legal system, Snuggles? Is it because Donald Trump says it's a witch hunt, even though the facts are there that he's doing these things? Are you that uneducated? Have you lived in your mother's basement so long you're not able to breathe fresh air to get your brain cells to be working? I mean, what the heck is going on with you people? Why are you willing to lie for somebody right in front of your face, knowing that these cases are real, they're not fake, and he's causing them? How far is your head up somebody's behind that you're eating the stuff that comes out of his rectum daily? Wow. What's wrong with you people?
These are some sick people attacking. They're real sick.
I mean, seriously. You have never provided 1 ounce of proof to anything that you say. Every time there is proof given to you, you say it's fake, it's fraudulent. Donald Trump wouldn't do this, and Donald Trump doesn't lie. But yet everything that he says and does is right in front of you while he's lying to you, as he says, I will never lie to you, as he's lying.
Wow.
What's wrong?
I mean, look at that. That conspiracy. All of these are conspiracy. I mean, except for the obstruction. I mean, this screams crime. This screams, listen, we got to do something. This guy is not fit to be president. And yet and still, they don't want to talk about this. They want to talk about Fani Willis.
Oh, yeah, Fani Willis. From every analysis of every person who listens to the truth and facts and doesn't try to cover for Trump, has said that the defense, Trump's people, they haven't shown her to do anything wrong for her to be removed from this case. I mean, how dare she meet somebody, then go to a white old man, a Southern guy, I don't know if you listened to it, an ex-governor, and she wanted him to be special counsel, and he said, no, I can't do it. And with all the death threats that she's received,
right?
Wow, she had an affair with somebody. Oh my God, that's a crime. And when you people talk about, well, we don't want her spending taxpayer money, she gets a salary. That's her money. Once it comes for her job and what she's doing, that's her money.
So it didn't come from the campaign because, this guy Snuggles, right? He says that she admitted taking money from her campaign.
Oh, the $50,000 that came out of her own pocket?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, it's her money.
Oh,
and by the way, MAGA? Let's talk about campaign money. Paying off Stormy Daniels with campaign money? Oh, Snuggles, has a hypocrisy hit you in the face yet?
Facts matter. Yeah.
I can tell that your eyebrows are kind of cockeyed. Is it hitting you, slapping right back in the face? I mean, now, of course, it's all fake what Alvin Bragg is doing, right, Snuggles? Donald Trump has never written a check. Well, I'm sorry. His name is on the checks paying Michael Cohen for paying off Stormy Daniels. And It's kind of funny how the bank deposits go from Trump to Cohen to Stormy Daniels. Kind of a coincidence that the figures all match in the bank deposits. Oh, by the way, hey Snuggles, do you have any bank deposits on Joe Biden from China and Burisma? Can we see them,
Nope.
Snuggles?
What happened to the star witness that they had that supposedly had dirt on President
Oh,
Biden?
the FBI guy that was indicted for lying to the FBI about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and Burisma in Ukraine. That
Wow,
guy.
wow. You
Yeah.
guys are such some clowns out here. I've never seen some people out here be so proud to be getting played like fiddles.
Do you know why Snuggles goes to you and not me?
Why is that attacking?
Because I'll cut off his balls.
Yeah, that is hilarious. Yeah, I won't go down
You
there.
are
with
you
listen.
you are so much more polite than I am with your delivery of information.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
You know I'm
I
not.
know. I know. Listen, someone has to be, okay and nice, and then there's other people out here I recognize they play zero games, right?
Right.
And it's really that combined approach that I think is making the case that Donald Trump is not fit to be president of the United States, to be quite honest, right?
Right. It's kind of like basketball. You set up the shot for me as I
Yeah.
dunk it in their face.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
but
teamwork.
it'd be the other way around, though. All right, I'm just
right.
being honest with you.
What?
all right?
White men can't jump?
Well, that's what they say. That's what they say. But I've met a few that can. I've met a
Hey,
few
Larry
that can.
Bird. Larry Bird
Yeah,
can jump.
yeah.
Jerry West could jump.
Yeah, but he's not quite jumping out of the gym like some of the others, right?
Well, Jerry West is like 70, 80 years old if he's unalive and everything. He passed away, hasn't he? I don't know.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah,
I'm gonna drop. You
All
keep
right.
doing you. You're great. You're bringing the information, and
you too.
that's why people dislike what you're doing and call you out because
Yeah.
you're hitting home runs like Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome. All
try
right,
my
brother.
best. All right,
All right,
ladies
brother.
and gentlemen. There's my good friend, brother attacking. As you can see, you MAGA demons, right? There's an abundance of truth, all right, coming out of this platform, out of this live, making sure all of us understand what side we are on. Now, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get up out of here. I didn't realize I was going to be on this long, all right? But I do apologize if I didn't get to you. But you know what? We'll do it again, all right? Send me a guest request next week, and I promise I'll try to make it you first, all right? But I do got to get up out of here. It's been a special broadcast, and it has truly been amazing to be with each and every single one of you. And for those of you who stayed here and participated in this exciting, educational, and entertaining show, you deserve a round of applause. I got to get up out of here. All right. And to the subscribers, to the gifters, the moderators, and the panelists who had the courage and conviction to be able to get in the box and tell the truth, you deserve a round of applause. And you know what we got to do? For all of my haters, the Zeus haters out there, our haters, our critic, our detractors, all of the Trump supporters who continue to defend this criminal, this seditionist, treasonous traitor to the ends of the earth, despite the fact they know that this guy is pure evil. Let's give them what they deserve. Our final round of booze and shame. All right, you know how it goes over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
On that note, take care and stay safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. And to all of you Trump supporters, listen up. Trump supporters! Get those knee pads and those elbow pads ready. Because Jack Smith and Fonnie Willis, oh my goodness, you just saw her, Letitia James and Alvin Bragg are coming for you. It's over, MAGA. It really is. It's over, you traitors.
This is how I move when I'm walking like
Zeus. Hey, let's go. I'll stay safe. Hey, it's over. The facts are side, you traitors. I'm not spreading hate, I'm spreading love. Thank you, man. All of you. Yeah. All you Trump supporters, listen up. Jail or hell. That's all I'm serving. I'm not serving anything else to you traitors. As far as I'm concerned, you'll never get it. Let's go! Go ahead. Hold those lives and keep hope alive, MAGA. I'm here for it. And just know, I'll be right there. I'll be screen recording. Oh, they hate me. You know I'm so handsome. That's why they call me. I know you hate me. I know you don't. I know you don't like what I do. But guess what? Playtime is over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know how this goes. Conservatives. Oh, look at him. Conservative Democrat. Yeah, got in trouble. Let's go. Let's go. I'll see you on Monday. Yeah. On March 25th, Donald Trump will sit his special behind down, and he will listen to this special broadcast, right? Oh, he's going to jail. Oh, he's going. Yeah. Look at these court cases he's had now. He didn't win them, right? Darby, he didn't win these court cases, and he ain't going to start winning. We got the evidence on our side. We got the facts. Right, Ange? Look at all these Trump supporters on TikTok. They're going to be crying. They know I'm so handsome. That's why they call me. Right? These Trump supporters, they're going to be crying on TikTok. All right? They're going to lose their accounts because they're going to be raging and getting their accounts banned. And I'm here for it, right? You're all welcome. Thank you. Yes, this boss diva. Deport MAGA. Little Hawk, thank you. And thank you. You all are really amazing. Here we go. This is what got it all started.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Yeah. See, that'll get you a RICO case right there. All of you who are in the RICO case, thank Trump for that perfect phone call. Let's go, Reggie!
He's deranged. Jackson. 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 Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
All right. Now, before we wrap it up, you know we got to go out, and give Trump his props, right?
We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with healthcare and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
Yeah. And then after that rally, you know what he did? He got off stage and he went to Mar-a-Lago, right? And you know what he said when he got to Mar-a-Lago? He said this. Listen up.
Did the FBI do that? Because they also did something where they put documents all over the floors and they took pictures.
He said the FBI got this thing they do. They put documents all over the floor and they take pictures. And then next thing you know, you end up with a criminal case. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, stay safe. And I forgot to drop the bomb.
Problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Bingo. And you show us